Hello and welcome back to another Football Commentaries live stream. We're back after a little 2-week break with the international break where England did fail to win all three of their games actually, including a friendly against Wales and a Nations League victory against Belgium and a loss against Denmark. But we're back with Premier League action. With an action-packed weekend that has just gone behind us. We finish game week 5 with Leeds United versus Wolves. One of the fixtures that I saw on this game week and thought this could be definitely one of the more interesting fixtures. Leeds off to a fantastic start in the Premier League this season. That is fair to say. They currently they sit 8th as I wrote down the notes, but I feel like that could have definitely changed. They've just slipped to 9th with West Ham taking them over on goal difference, but with 2 wins, a draw and a loss, and that loss coming to Liverpool away, you can fairly say it's been a fantastic start. On the other hand, with Wolves sitting 15th, currently not the most positive start they would have wanted, with only the 2 wins and 2 losses, only 4 goals scored as well, but with a game in hand on some of the opposition that they have ahead of them, they should be able to hopefully climb up the table very, very soon, close to those Europa League places where they were aiming for last year. Last time they played each other was in 2018 on the 7th of March, where players who are also playing today, Willy Bolly and Roman Saiz, scored in a 3-0 victory away at Ellen Road, where Wolves were first at the time and Leeds were at 13th in the league. They meet again on the 19th of October 2020. Nicholas, thanks for the comment on the glasses. Had to get new ones. Used to wear them quite a lot, then stopped wearing them because I didn't like it, and then it got worse, so I've had to get new ones. They look a bit mad, but you know, we move. Can you see the game in my reflection of my glasses? I don't think you can. That's unfortunate. Need to get that cut off. But yeah, we are 8 minutes away from kickoff. I'm gonna get the stream on the Instagram quickly. That is football_commentaries if you're interested. It just gives you updates of next uploads. Next commentary on this channel will actually be Wednesday, so only 2 days away. We'll be doing Ajax versus Liverpool, so very exciting times. And yeah, the next one after that will be again a Monday commentary, 8 o'clock, same time. That will be Burnley versus Tottenham. And then another Wednesday one after that, which will be Juventus versus Barcelona. I don't know any more commentaries after that, but they're the next 3 to come. Ajax v Liverpool, Burnley v Tottenham, and Juventus versus Barcelona. So they're the 3 coming up, including this one tonight. Just give me a second. Got to get the stream out. Got to advertise. There we go. Leeds 1, Wolves 2. You're going for a Wolves victory away at Ellen Road. I mean, if they can pull that off, that'll be a terrific win. That is for sure. I mean, you don't know with this Wolves team. They haven't been too consistent this season, but I mean, you just don't know with Nuno Espirito Santo what he has up his sleeve. That's for sure. Got to do it again. Got to do it on 2 Instagrams. If you've got your score predictions, put them in the chat. It's part and parcel of what I've got to do on the Instagram. Got to get it out there. Got to advertise. Make sure the people know. Nice top. What team? Well, you know what? I'm actually not going to tell you the team, because after this live stream you can check out who it is. Link in the description. Mystery football top or mystery football jersey, shirt, whatever. The second part of that, or the second video on that. I've got this team. So if you want to know, actually no, because you might leave the stream. It is Real Salt Lake. In the MLS, as you can see. Can you even see that one? Yeah, there. The MLS there. Very nice. Just a white. And yeah, just a plain white. Got a jumper on because it's freezing in my house. Shout out to Actually, quite funny this. To the Sidemen, 7th birthday. Big up the Sidemen. Big up the Sidemen. But yeah, we are just about 4 minutes and 50 seconds till kick-off. I will go through the teams, actually, if you're interested. So, let's do this. So we have got Meslier in goal for Leeds, the 6'6" French giant. Good start to his Premier League career with a 1 clean sheet against Sheffield United, but in that clean sheet, he made very, very many top saves. At right back, there is a forever present Luke Ayling, formerly of the Arsenal Academy, now 29 years of age. No caps at any level for England. Maybe if he keeps up this good form, he could go for a shout, even though I don't think England need another right back right now. Robin Koch and Liam Cooper is currently at the back, but apparently there's injury issues with him in the warm-up, so I will keep you updated if anything changes on that. But at the minute, it is Liam Cooper, the captain, at the back with Robin Koch, with Stuart Dallas at left back. Played all 3 National League national team games during the international break, playing 223 minutes for Northern Ireland. And then we've got a 3 in midfield, or central midfield. No Tyler Roberts today. That's a change. It'll actually be the striker, who I think is adapting to a central midfielder, Marcelo Bielsa. It'll be Rodrigo, the record signing, scoring 4 goals last year in 27 appearances in the Spanish league. And then holding is Calvin Phillips, who's also had a great introduction to the England team, really impressing under Gareth Southgate. Matthias Klick as well will sit in the midfield as well. 30 years old, the Polish international. 2 goals so far in the Premier League, and that was against Liverpool and Fulham. And then a front 3 or a right mid, a left mid, and a striker of Helder Costa, formerly of Wolves, making 109 appearances for the team in orange, and also scored against Leeds while at Wolves at his time there. So, see if he can come back to haunt his former club. Jack Harrison, who missed the last game due to playing Manchester City's parent club, he comes back into the starting 11 to continue his great form. Again, his goal came against Liverpool away. Fantastic goal with a Calvin Phillips assist. And then Patrick Bamford, who has also got off to a fantastic start of the season, scored in every game so far, other than that Manchester City game so far this season. He goes up front. And then the bench is Ian Poveda, Izian Alioski, Tyler Roberts, Kiko Casillas, who comes back into the team. Not played a game yet this season, but missed the last 3, not even on the bench, but he's back on the bench tonight. Rafinha, the new signing that they made on deadline day. He will also play tonight. He come from Rennes in France. Pablo Hernandez, the experienced 35-year-old, and Pascal Struich, who I don't know if he's starting yet. I do not know what's going on with Liam Cooper. I've not heard anything, but I'll keep you all up to date on what happens with that. And then for Wolves, we've got Rui Patricio in between the sticks for Wolves. So I'm just going to move this over a little bit. There we go. Rui Patricio in goal, with Willy Bolly playing at the back with Connor Cody, who scored his first England goal against Wales in the international break. Max Kilman goes for back-to-back starts, as he kept a clean sheet in the last game as that back 3 against Fulham. 23 years of age. Number 49, then Real Semedo will play at right wing back, formerly of Barcelona, made 124 appearances for the Catalonians. Left wing back, they've had to put Roman Saiz, as Marcal has only made the bench, the signing from Lyon, and Johnny is out with a injury. Midfield 2 he has decided to go for Nuno. He's gone for João Moutinho and Lenda Dendoncker. That means Ruben Neves drops to the bench. And then a front 3 of Pedro Neto, who scored that goal against Fulham to give them that 1-0 lead in their last game. Daniel Podenso, only 5'5", and Raul Jimenez, who scored 17 goals last year, has already got the 2 this season. He plays up front, so that means there's Kijana Hoover on the bench, obviously signed from Liverpool just before the transfer deadline day slammed shut. Fernando Marcal, Ruben Neves, Fabio Silva, the signing, the youngster from Porto, only 18 years of age. His last goal come all the way back in November of 2019, so he'll be looking to get back on the score sheet. John Ruddy, number 21, we know what he's like, very experienced Premier League goalkeeping at 33 years of age. Adama Traore does make the bench, and then Owen Atasawi, he also makes the bench, number 54, CDM, 6'2", 3 bench appearances last season, no actual appearances, and this is the first time on the bench for this season as well, joining 2017 with a 1 senior appearance, and that was against Besiktas on the 12th of December 2019, playing 17 minutes. So the teams, the lineups, we're about to get kicked off very, very soon. They're just going through the lineups on the screen itself, and then we'll have kickoff on the way. Missed doing these commentaries. After you have a break, you do really want to do them again. So I'm glad that we've got 4 coming up in the next 9 days' time. So I've got the timer at the ready for kickoff. Patrick Bamford ready, looking to continue his goal scoring form. Obviously kept out Rodrigo at that position because he is usually a striker, but he seems to be converting some strikers into that central midfield role in the midfield 3, because he's done the same with Tyler Roberts as well. He's usually a striker, and he looks like he's doing the same with Rodrigo as well. Obviously, he must see something in him to be able to play that position. But I'm not sure. I actually just missed if Lee and Cooper is in the starting 11. That is my fault. I should have been looking, but I was giving out the lineups myself. He has been replaced. He has been replaced by Pascal Struich. Or Strouch, sorry. I'll say Strouch. I'll go with Struich. As the Black Lives Matter Take the Knee has started, and we will get underway. So Pascal Strouch, I'll go with that because that's how I remember finding out how to pronounce it. He's at the back for Liam Cooper, who's injured in the warm-up, and we have started with Wolves kicking right to left, with Willy Bolly sending it long over the top for Jimenez on the right-hand side, who's in behind. Leeds having to backtrack. He gets a cross over hit in the area and goes out for a goal kick for Leeds, and it's a quick start already as we have got underway at Elland Road. And I'm going to get the timer started now. There we go. So Liam Cooper had been a doubt for the game, actually, for tonight, but was announced in the starting 11 an hour before kickoff, but an injury in the warm-up means that he can't play, as Bamford's been sent down the line by Luke Ayling, cut out by Max Kilman in the final third to give Leeds the throw-in, which Luke Ayling will take, and take a quick throw-in, looking for Helder Costa in behind, way too much on it. Again, Max Kilman can see it out for a goal kick, which Rui Patricio will take. So, I don't know if to go with Struich or Strouch. I'm not sure to the pronunciation. And they have actually got a backup substitute in, even though it only happened about 15 minutes before kick-off the injury. Jamie Shackleton has been brought onto the bench, the 21-year-old born in Leeds midfielder, who can also play right back as well if needed. So Rui Patricio takes his goal kick towards the Wolves' right-hand side, met by Jack Harrison, looking towards Patrick Bamford. He misses his header, and Connor Cody can play it over to Max Kilman, just on the edge of the 18-yard boxes. Connor Cody, the Wolves captain, also took the captain's armband in England during the international break for not a long period of time, but he still was given the armband as Nelson Semedo battles in that midfield and finds its way to Dendoncker. Willy Bolly has to chip down the line as he's pressured, and he's going to be seen out again for a throw-in. Is it for Leeds this time? Yes, it is for Leeds. Didn't come off a Wolves player. It did come off a Wolves player. Sorry. Stuart Dallas to take the throw, and he's got much movement there, and he's found Jack Harrison with the movement. Chips over towards Luke Ayling on the opposite side. Sends it forward for Helder Costa on the halfway line. Now enters the Wolves half. Turns back and just finds centre-back Robin Koch. Obviously had a tough time against Liverpool when Leeds went to Anfield, where he gave away a penalty and made a few mistakes. But he seems to have grown into the Premier League the more games he's been playing, which is great to see. It's now Luke Ayling on the right-hand side, goes inside to Click, goes through the legs of Kilman and finds Helder Costa in behind, gets it across goal. Good block by Connor Cody. Sorry for the buffering that's just happened there. I did see that. We are alright though. We are okay. We're back. Sorry about that. Yeah, we are back. So it's alright. Stay along. Stream's back. Calvin Phillips 2 tape. Got some people in the chat. Come on, you Whites. 3-1. See if the first goal can come here through the Calvin Phillips corner, crossing towards the near post, headed away by Wolves, only as far as Stuart Dallas, number 15. Right-footed ball, dinked in towards the box again, which can be flicked on by Click. It falls to Bamford on the left foot, slices it way wide of the post, and Leeds come close with an attack, gets a shot on goal, but unfortunately for Bamford, he couldn't capitalise on the little bit of free space he was given in the box by Wolves. Yeah, sorry for that little bit of buffer in there. Should be sorted out now. Still says the stream health is poor, but I don't get how when we are getting the full information we need through the stream. As it's gone long, and Robin Koch can pick it up for Leeds, and Helder Costa can spin and get past Roman Saiz very nicely. Number 17 keeps dribbling past João Moutinho. Saiz recovers and tackles from behind, and the referee sees it as a foul by the Moroccan. Was skimmed the first time by Helder Costa, and he also got past João Moutinho, and the recovery challenge from behind. Roman Saiz couldn't win the ball, and the referee deemed it as a foul. Calm as well, Jake in chat as they're taking a quick one down the line to Luke Ayling, can pull it back, but Nelson Semedo can intercept, falls back to Leeds as Bamford wins the header from the Click cross, but loops straight into the arms of Patricio, and just under 5 minutes in, a very, very positive start for Leeds. Great from Calvin Phillips to see the movement of Luke Ayling down that right, got a crossing, couldn't get much power on as he seemed to be losing his balance the closer he got to the byline, and Nelson Semedo was able to cut out the cross. And we've got a Leeds throw in here from Wolves, trying to force their way out from the back. Couldn't quite see what happened, unfortunately, because the cameras weren't on the attack, but oh well. They have worked it back to Meslier, the French goalkeeper, 6'6". I think he's made that first team spot his own now after Kiko Casilia's 8-game ban and 60 grand fine after his racist or apparent racist remarks towards Jonathan Lecco against Charlton at the time. So he made his spot his own with a good run of form in the Championship as they've worked their way forward here, as Nelson Semedo's had to force it away for a corner, as they did work well down that left-hand side there. Matthias Click and Jack Harrison. Again, every team loves playing out from the back in the modern day, and I think that's why we've got such an apparent flurry of goals in the start of this Premier League season. So many going in. We just had our first 0-0. That was West Brom versus Burnley, where no team could score other than Carl and Grant, but that was disallowed for offside. A corner put in towards the edge of the box where Jack Harrison heads it in, and it's towards Bamford who heads it home. Think he's offside and the flag is up. Bamford did nod home, on his toes, ready, but couldn't quite keep in line. A great tactic there from Leeds, forcing everyone in the box and then leaving a lot of space for Jack Harrison, who could just nod it back into the area, and coming back from an offside position where Bamford did head home, the right decision was made in the end, and it does stay 0-0. Number 9, Patrick Bamford, did head it home looking for his 30th Leeds goal tonight in his 77th appearance. Going to have to wait a little longer for that if he's to get that amount of goals for Leeds. As the ball's gone long, then Donker can't flick on, falls to Jack Harrison. Plays it back to Meslier, takes one touch and sends it back towards that side where Jack Harrison patrols. Header won by Semedo. Throw in for Leeds. Sorry, just needed a drink. Stuart Dallas with the throw in inside the Leeds half. They're going to try and make their way into that Leeds territory again. It's thrown to Jack Harrison. Takes a bit of a dodgy touch, and a tackle from Dendonka means it falls back off the shin of Harrison, and Wolves win the throw-in in the same position where Leeds got their throw-in. So well worked by the Belgian, Dendonka, who's been chosen ahead of Ruben Neves tonight. Played all 38 games last season, but unfortunately that won't be the same for this season, as he didn't feature in one of the games this season so far, with only the 2 starts in the 3 games. Harrison wins it back for Leeds, and Connor Cody can sweep up as he did send it long, and Pedence will chase on Robin Koch. Can he see it out? He can't. He will spin him instead. Lovely defending from the German. What play, really growing in confidence, and gets it into that midfield, and Click can turn. Enters the Wolves half on the right hand side. He's got Luke Ayling joining in the attack, and he'll use him to his right. Good tracking back from Pedro Neto. Gets a first tackle and a second challenge for the ball. Kept in by Click as the slide tackle from Neto couldn't see out for a throw-in. Click down the line to Ayling. First time ball into Helder Costa. 1-2 with Rodrigo. Helder Costa down the line. Dummies it once. On the left foot. Met by João Moutinho again. Takes him down the byline. Brought down by João Moutinho with maybe an arm on the shoulder. Nothing given by the referee. I think he's given a throw-in instead. No foul on by João Moutinho, says the referee. Let's have a look. Sat him down at one time, then spun. Takes it down the byline. There's contact. I don't know if there's enough for a penalty. Great skill from Helder Costa. Oh, it'll be a very soft one. He has to be careful, João Moutinho, that's for sure. But I don't think it's enough for a penalty from my view, and it won't be as we continue with Luke Ayling throwing it into Click on the corner flag. Gets it back to Luke Ayling. A great cross into the box where Rodrigo won his header. And he diverted it over the bar, but good signs for the Spaniard who picked up his first Leeds goal against Manchester City 2 weeks ago. From an Ederson fumble of the ball, he was able to divert into an empty goal. Seems like he won't be playing that striker position, but from the goal kick, it looks like Leeds have gone into maybe a 4-4-2 formation defensively. Bamford and Rodrigo up front together. But if you aren't subscribed, please do. Just takes a second and it helps me out a lot. We're looking to get to that 450 landmark. That'd be fantastic. It's Rui Patricio will send that goal kick long. Again, can't find the Leeds man. It's Robin Koch who can intercept. And now into Rodrigo. Full of energy. Gets into Helder Costa, who's already shown his promise in this game. Inside to Luke Ayling. It's a bit of a heavy touch. Roman Saiz can pick it up once and twice. As the heavy touch from the chest of Phillips means Podence can pick it up. And he's been caught in the face, I think, by Calvin Phillips. And the foul's been given to Wolves. Inside their own half. Didn't really see much of that there. Ooh, just caught in the face. Don't think he quite meant it there, Phillips. I think he meant to grab the arm or the shoulder to stop him from going towards the Leeds goal, but did catch him in the face, unfortunately, and that will be a free kick, and rightly given by the referee. Stayed on the ground here, Podence. He's obviously been caught badly and is in a little bit of discomfort. Leeds dominating the early possession on 74%. Leeds will want to make something of this early possession and early flurry of chances as Luke Ayling, the captain for tonight, ahead of Liam Cooper as he picked up an injury in the warm-up. Was always a doubt for the game and was put in the starting 11 during the warm-up. He was ruled out as he obviously picked something up. And here we go. Calvin Phillips is getting, I think, a bit of a word to from Podence because he was caught in the face and there has been blood. I think it's on the nose as well. I think when there's evidence like that, I feel like the refs maybe need to book these kind of plays. I know it's happened and he's made his decision, but maybe go back on it because there's clear blood there on Podence's. I think it's nose. Nuno Espirito Santo looking on as we have a little bit of a delay in the game. Managed 162 Wolves games so far, 163rd tonight, looking for his 85th win. Wouldn't want his 400th, his 42nd loss, sorry. If Wolves score tonight, it'll be his 250th goal as Wolves manager, so that'll be a nice landmark for the Portuguese to hit, the former goalkeeper. Podence is getting back to his feet, the Portuguese international who did make his debut in the last international break against Sweden for 15 minutes. So good to see his form is being shown and his work's being rewarded with a first national call-up. Being brought off here just to the side as they look to remove the board. I'm sure he'll be fine to continue. Daniel Podence at the age of 24 currently. Only the one goal so far in his career for Wolves, and that was against Crystal Palace in the league last year. And we do resume with Conor Cody taking that free kick, and it's been met by Jack Harrison, headed down the line. Willie Bolly meets it, scored the last time Wolves played here, and his clearance has gone all the way out for a goal kick. For Leeds, no one really there to chase it down as Podence is back on the pitch, really feeling the consequence of the foul there by Calvin Phillips as they play out from the back, and it's Robin Koch into Ayling. Good touch ahead of him, drills it into Rodrigo. Nice interplay with Click. Rodrigo has the ball back, and it's a shocking ball to the left back. He didn't quite get the curl or the precision he wanted on that pass, but Stuart Dallas can recover. Get it back to Strauch, and Meslier on the right foot. The goalkeeper gets it to the right back. Luke Ayling in the final third of the Wolves territory, gets into Phillips around the corner looking for Helder Costa, intercepted by Roman Saiz, only as far as Luke Ayling, gets it inside to Rodrigo, looks for a through ball towards Patrick Bamford, who will chase. Connor Cody meets it there with a slide tackle, only as far as Stuart Dallas, who meets it, and his clearance only goes as far as Willy Bolly. Looks to send away the right winger of Pedro Neto, intercepted again by Strauch, and Leeds once again have the ball back. His play calms down a little with Robin Koch, number 5, for Leeds on the ball. Loves to bring it forward, Robin Koch, and he has this game many times. And he looks for the switch of the pass towards Jack Harrison, just a little bit too much on it. No, he's been able to keep it in. Great header into Rodrigo. He brings it down and brings Stuart Dallas into play. Now Calvin Phillips opens up the body with that right boot and gets that over the switch on to the right hand side to Luke Ayling. Looks to bring it inside. Good tackle there by Daniel Podence. It looks like he's been caught again accidentally, by Luke Ayling. Oh, he's going to be given a yellow card here, so the referee saw it differently. Was quite a nasty collision. I don't think Luke Ayling could do much about it, but he did catch Daniel Podence's heavy touch. Meant there was going to be a 50-50 on there. Oh, I'm not sure about a yellow card for that. He's just going for the ball, and he has just missed it. Didn't mean to, but main thing, Podence is back on his feet. And we do resume with Luke Ayling picking up the booking. He has played every minute so far in the Premier League for Leeds to their return to the top flight. Daniel Podence been in the wars a little bit the first 15 minutes of the game, as we do resume play with the ball going down the left hand side, and it's gone out for a throw-in for Wolves. Didn't quite see how it happened, as he decided to just record Ayling for about 20 seconds. Roman Saiz playing that left wing back role for the injured Johnny and the not so fit enough to start Marcal, who was part of Lyon's semi-final team where they were beaten by Bayern Munich 3-0 in the end. Played at left centre back. Another throw for Roman Saiz as Robin Koch got there ahead of Raul Jimenez. Headed out for a throw. Roman Saiz again. Throws it into Pedro Neto this time, who's glided to the left-hand side. Brings it down to number 7. Met with Helder Costa and Luke Ayling. Gets past both of them nicely. He's got to get past the number 15 there with Stuart Dallas, and he can't quite do so. Great slide tackle. A sent ball down the line towards Bamford. He keeps it alive to Rodrigo. Back heel to Click. Sends away Patrick Bamford down the right-hand side. Can he keep it in? I think he will do. What play from Leeds. First time ball in the box on the right foot by Bamford. He finds Rodrigo in the box. Lays it off to Helder Costa, who just puts it wide. Fantastic play from Leeds on the counter-attack. So smooth, so slick. And created a lot of stress and anxiety there for Wolves, as they were really cut open by Leeds. Great ball in from Bamford, who was able to keep it alive and find Rodrigo. Laid off into Helder Costa, who was in the box on the right-hand side of the box, on the angle. It would have been difficult to score, but just snaked it wide. And against his former club, he's looking lively tonight, Helder Costa. As we do start with the goal kick, who's been sent towards Dendoncker. He flicks it on towards Pedro Neto. Lays it off for Jimenez. Back to Neto. Keeps it alive. Sends it down the line towards Jimenez again. Dallas deals with it. Gets it back to the goalkeeper. A poor clearance on the left foot. And it falls to Dendoncker. Tries to drill into Podence. Picked up by Leeds. And Meslier gets away with his poor kick. And he has a second attempt at it now. He dinks it a lot better than the first one. But Kilman meets it and flicked on by João Moutinho. Now Podence. Can he find Jimenez? He comes over to try and support his teammate. Can't quite get it towards the Mexican. Leeds regain the ball. And here's Meslier again. Third time lucky with a better pass. Yeah, there it is. Simple into Dallas. He's been backed into a corner by Semedo. And the clearance has been sent towards Willy Bolly as he couldn't find a Leeds man. That's inside to João Moutinho, inside the Leeds half. Willy Bolly again. Nice play from the Frenchman and the Portuguese. Jimenez, first time layoff into Dendoncker. João Moutinho. To Connor Cody. Goes to the left-hand side to his other centre-back partner of Max Kilman. Roman Saiz into Kilman again. Got a bit of room to run into. Pressed by Bamford. Has to turn and find Connor Cody again. Joined in 2015, the captain. And looks for a ball over the top for Podence. Can't quite find him with good interception from Koch. And Leeds looked to be brought away on the counter-attack. But a great João Moutinho interception forced over Roman Saiz. And they have the ball again here, Wolves. Willy Bolly just around the back. Gets it across to Max Kilman again, number 49. For Wolves, 6'3", and he looks for a ball in behind again, way too much on it. Podence can't get on the end of it, and it's gathered by Meslier. Joined in 2019, Meslier had to wait for his breakthrough, but got it in the end. He looks to be a certain starter now in the Leeds lineup with the 8 clean sheets in those 15 games. Callum Phillips right on that centre circle spot, finds Mateus Click. Luke Aylin's made a run down the right and they'll use him. In the box looking for Helder Costa, good interception from Kilman, forces it to the corner flag. He's going to have to try and deal with it, and he does so by hitting it off Helder Costa and finding the throw-in in that corner flag. Not the greatest place to concede a throw-in, but at least they've not given the ball away to Leeds in a dangerous area as of yet from this passage of play. Roman Saiz to take, number 27. He also scored in the last visit to Ellen Road for Wolves back in 2018. Bolly and Afobe scored alongside him on that 3-0 victory. Thrown down the line. Koch wins it, but falls straight to João Moutinho, sends it for the switch to Pedro Neto, and was able to bring it down the first time, but met by a Leeds defender who cleared, only as far as Willy Bolly. Looks for Semedo. Headed on by Lander Dendoncker. Only fell as far as Phillips. He's given the ball away as well. Bolly on it again. Semedo looks to charge down that right-hand side, gets past Phillips and looks to get past Dallas, can't quite do so, and here's Harrison on the ball. Phillips over to Luke Ayling. A lot of man buns in the Leeds starting 11. Jack Harrison, Ayling, Phillips. Helder Costa's on the ball, looks down the right for Rodrigo. Quite on the same wavelength, and Max Kilman can see the ball out for a goal kick in the end. Good press there from Rodrigo to follow him to the end, but couldn't quite win anything for Leeds in the end. It is Patricio on the ball. Played all minutes of Euro 2016 where Portugal won the Euros. A clean sheet was in the final as well against France, where there was a last gasp, well, not a last gasp, but an extra time winning goal by Eder to win it for Portugal. Kept 4 clean sheets in that tournament as well. Rafinha is being shown now by the cameras. His Leeds' his new signing from Rennes. 5 goals and 3 assists in the shortcut Ligue 1 season last year. As the Wolves currently have the ball, Jimenez had to drop deep and run back to keep possession, and it's Conor Cody who now has it back to the Portuguese Rui Patricio. First time left-footed clearance towards the halfway line on the right hand side. Then Donker wins his header. Can Neto hold the ball up? No, he can't. Dallas wins it, and no foul has been given by the referee despite a little bit of holding going on. As Meslier works it out to Luke Ayling, who's got 4 appearances versus Wolves. No goals as of yet, and he's got 2 wins and 2 losses. So being on the both sides of a win and a loss, equal times as a poor ball. I think that's from Rodrigo looking for Luke Ayling. It's been a little bit too overhit, and Wolves have the possession back with a throw-in. You can definitely see Rodrigo's just getting used to that central midfield role, as some of his passes have been wayward, as Robin Koch and Raul Jimenez have a good battle, and the German comes out on top, Robin Koch, and Leeds have the ball back. Really doing well so far. You see how much he's grown in confidence in comparison from that Liverpool game to the Wolves game, Robin Koch. We're quite nervous. He made a couple of mistakes that game, but he looks confident bringing the ball out from the back, and in his one-on-one duels he's looking fantastic. And here he is on the ball now, who's looking to bring it forward. Goes for a lovely switch to Stuart Dallas. I know it's actually Jack Harrison on that left. Dallas is going to overlap, or look to. He's underlapped instead, and Jack Harrison has found Click. Now to Dallas. We're in the final third. Pokes it through to Click. Click completes a 1-2 with Dallas. Looks for a run inside the box, but Willy Bolly cuts that off and sends it down the line. Can't quite be found. Pedro Neto as Jack Harrison recovered and cut out the pass, and we've thrown for Wolves. Nelson Semedo with the throw and gets it into Podence. Heavy touch. Luke Ayling, who's come all the way over to the left hand side, wins a free kick as he was bundled down to the ground. The captain for tonight's game. Number 10 is Podence. It's number 2, Luke Ayling. Just above, or just beyond the halfway line here for Leeds. So, don't think they can do much with this free kick in terms of getting it straight into the box. No, they'll go backwards instead and start from the back like all teams are doing. And it's Robin Koch now on the ball. Going to look to bring it forward and find that pass. Goes to Strauch to his left, the young Dutch centre-back. Goes to Dallas, back to Strauch. He's got Robin Koch to his right, and he'll use him. Let's bring it forward. Finds himself in the Wolves' half and goes for another audacious switch to that left-hand side towards Jack Harrison. Semedo deals with it a first time. brings it down, looks to send it down the line, blocked off by Jack Harrison, brought down by Semedo, nothing done, said the referee, looks to try and dribble it out, but Click wins it off him, but I think a foul from behind from Jack Harrison as he tried to recover, gave away a free kick for Wolves to take. Nelson Semedo, the last memory I have of watching him properly was in that 8-2 defeat to Bayern Munich in the Champions League quarter-finals. It was against Alphonso Davies that day, and Ivan Perisic and Kingsley Coman as well. I think got on the pitch that night. So not the greatest of players to have to face, especially on your own. But looks to have got a good move to Wolves where he can hopefully excel in his career a little bit more, as they've got to throw in here further down the line towards the halfway line now. Nelson Semedo to take the throw. Goes long down the line looking for Pedro Neto to try and hold it up against Dallas, but he gets in front of the ball nicely. And we'll see it out for a goal kick. Great defending from the Northern Irish international. Played 45 games last season. Stuart Dallas, the 5 goals. Decent from left back as well. The 5 goals has put him on to a 19 goal total at Leeds. 197th appearance tonight. Pascal Struich, or Struich. Struich or Struich. If you're from the Dutch, you say Struich, and I think if you're from England, you say Struich. I'm going to call him Struich. Melier with the ball, the goalkeeper. Dinked towards the right back of Luke Ayling, finds him. It's now Koch into Phillips, back to Koch. Luke Ayling again. Rodrigo's made a run off the ball, but he'll look for a dink ball towards the striker of Patrick Bamford. Can't quite find him, and Nelson Semedo brings it down in the box. Tries to take on Jack Harrison. Does so and gets it down the line towards Pedro Neto. A foul's been given as he tried to see off Stuart Dallas, brought him down in the process. Referee deems it as a free kick and a foul. Dangerous area this as well, to be fair. There'll be about 25, 27, 28 yards out. 25, 26, 27, 28 yards out. Going to be great areas to put across in here, Calvin Phillips, if you can find the right man. Got 1 assist this season against Liverpool. Can he double that? Puts it into the box. Struich was looking for it, met by Wolves. They look to counter-attack with Podence. Gets it off Neto, and he makes a run off the ball, and Neto's been found on the right-hand side. Leeds are exposed. Jimenez making a run in the box. Pedro Neto needs to look up, cuts back onto his left, and met by Luke Ayling. And as he looks to kick the ball, I think he's kicked Luke Ayling, and a free kick's been given against him. Great defending from Luke Ayling to stop a possible goal from a counter-attack that was nicely linked up by Podence and Neto. Found himself down the right-hand side. Jimenez breaking his gut to get there, and then found him in the box, decided to cut onto his left to get a better angle for a cross, and then that cut in, like the Ronaldo chop, was a bit too heavy, and that's where he had to foul Luke Ayling in the process. Here he's on the ball, Luke Ayling. Over to Struich. A touch and a pass. Stuart Dallas. He's going to look inside to Cliff. Calvin Phillips. Couple of touches on the ball. Just inside the Leeds half in a minute. Lays it up to Robin Koch. Over to Struich, his centre-back partner. The only time they've played with each other, the centre-back partner, was in that first game of the season. So they're not really familiar faces to each other in game situations, as they've won a goal kick there. Wolves, Jack Harrison thought his pass cannoned off a Wolves player, but didn't in the end. So Bielsa looking very, very serious, as he always does, the Argentine. Managed 105 Leeds games so far with 58 wins, scoring 183, so not too bad. Conceded 120 as well in the process. This ball's been a throw-in from the goal kick from Patricio, headed off by Jack Harrison. Semedo will take the number 22 he's been given as a Wolves player. He will look for the throw-in. He's going to look down the line. He's going to look back. He does to Jimenez. He sends it down the line towards Neto. Nicely brought down. Held up against Stuart Dallas. Forces it back to Nelson Semedo. Passes it behind him to his right to Martino. First time ball, look for Neto. What a touch. Brings it down nicely. Keeps the ball alive. Finds Jimenez on the edge of the box. Heavy touch. Looks to poke it towards Podence. Too much on it by the Mexican, and Leeds can break. Patrick Bamford with a wayward ball. Picked up by Willy Bolly. Spins the Frenchman. Pokes it in towards Jimenez. He pokes it back to Bolly. First time ball into Neto. He's got options on the edge of the box with Jimenez. Will he look for him? He'll dink it in the box instead. Intercepted. Picked up by João Martino with a big slide tackle. And he'll win a throw-in the process as it comes off Bamford last. Good slide tackle from the Portuguese. Only 5'7" João Martino. Made his Portuguese debut in 2005 as well, so he's definitely been around the block. João Martino, now at the age of 34 with a birthday on the 8th of September, 1986. Nelson Semedo again with the throws. Looking like he might go for a bit of a long one here. There's not many options close up to him anyway. Don't know if he's going to make movement for Podence as they look to come close to offer support. Semedo goes down the line, flicked in Woods by Raul Jimenez towards Podence, who is caught offside. So that'll be a free kick for Leeds, which will be taken by Meslier. Will he look to take it quickly? Yes, he will. It's out to Calvin Phillips, who kind of plays the role of the Fabinhos and the Rodris. Kind of that role as they've worked it well on the right hand side with Click and Helder Costa. Click gets it to Luke Ayling inside to Phillips, who regains the ball with an attack on the cards for Leeds. Dallas into Jack Harrison. Looks to get a cross in. Can he work it onto his right foot? He does so and has to pass it behind into Dallas. Scooped into Jack Harrison. Thigh. That's what the ball touched to get it into Click, and they've still got it here, Jack Harrison. Back into Click again on the left-hand side. Behind him to Phillips. Across with ball towards Helder Costa, and he's found him. Heads it down. Kilman has to deal with it, and Saiz clears. Nearly got into the box there with a dangerous attack Leeds, but intercepted by both Kilman and Saiz respectively, with Luke Ayling getting the ball back from the throw-in with Helder Costa. Luke Ayling inside to Rodrigo, takes a touch on the edge of the box and finds Luke Ayling again. He's going to look for a cross towards Bamford, who can't win his header. Comes off Semedo, loops in the air, and it's Jack Harrison who can bring it down. Far left-hand side, Stuart Dallas. Looking inside for a Click. First time ball layoff to Jack Harrison. Touch, cross towards Bamford, headed away as far as Luke Ayling, who finds the shot, blocked by Kilman. Cleared away by Saiz. Looks to be brought down by Luke Ayling, couldn't quite do so. João Martino's fed through Podence. Great covering by Strauch, and the deflected ball off Podence does find Stuart Dallas, and Leeds have the ball again as they look to surge forward. With Jack Harrison. Looks to cross, fakes it, and goes backwards to Calvin Phillips. It's now Robin Koch, his all players who are outfield are in the Wolves half. Luke Ayling looks for an early cross in, and he does find the target of Rodrigo. Poor header, couldn't quite get a good enough contact on the ball, and good chance there for Leeds. A good ball from Luke Ayling, a Trent Alexander-Arnold-esque cross. Found it right on the penalty spot and couldn't quite find the conviction there, Rodrigo, to force any kind of trouble for Rui Patricio. There's a Luke Ayling shot from before. Good block on, not quite on the line, but about 5 yards away from goal. Max Kilman does get the start today again. Max Kilman joined in 2018 from Maidenhead. Did make about 30 National League appearances at his time in Maidenhead. They're still there now in the National League. 5th tier of English football, as Wolves have worked it on the right hand side to Dendoncker. Forced to Willy Bolly and then Rui Patricio. Good pressing by Leeds. First time clearance from Patricio. Back to that right hand side. Flicked on by Dendoncker. Strauch gets there first. Phillips helps along. Goes to Dallas and now to Meslier. And Leeds again have the ball. Robin Koch. Over to his centre-back partner of Pascal Strauch. Click. Brings it forward. Dallas. Harrison. In the final third on the far left-hand side. Tries to work across and it is deflected up in the air to Willy Bolly to head away. As far as Calvin Phillips, number 23. Goes over to Luke Ayling. Will this be more danger on this Leeds right-hand side? Helder Costa. One-on-one with Roman Saiz. Works onto his left and finds Rodrigo. Laid off to Phillips. Now Luke Ayling. It's a touch and a pass. That is being blocked off by Roman Saiz. Laid off to Kilman. He takes a touch, a second and a third, and is able to work his way away from Rodrigo and clear with the right boot towards Jimenez. Can't win his header. Forced to Phillips. Good interception by João Moutinho, and it does find Jimenez, who sets away Podence on the left-hand side. 1-on-1 with his defender. Looks inside towards João Moutinho, around 25 yards out. Goes to his right to Dendoncker. Dangerous area here for Wolves. They need to work it a bit more quicker to keep the space alive. Neto. 1-on-1 with Dallas. Likes to get onto his left foot, but decides to go on his right and get a crossing, which has been deflected away for a corner. I think the Leeds defenders expected him to look to cut in onto his left foot there from the right-hand side, but didn't do so. Took a long way round, down that right-hand side and towards the byline. Caused a little bit of danger. Nothing too much to be scared of for Leeds, and the corner has been conceded in the end. How much is the delay? There is about just a 20-second delay on the stream, and there's about a 20-second delay on my stream because I'm watching it on an LTV stick streaming service. So there'll be about 30-40 second delay maybe, so not too bad of a delay. Despite what it could be anyway, that's for sure. It could be a lot worse, the delay. So corner for Wolves. So that's nice to see a few Leeds fans as well in the chat. Putting towards the near post where Jimenez is there unmarked. Blast over the bar, really out of control with the finish, but should not have been able to peel away so easily away from Luke Ayling. Fell asleep there, Leeds captain, and could have been a lot more dangerous from the Mexican if he decided to maybe put his shooting boots on today. Hopefully we'll see him do that for the remainder of the game. There's Strauch. For Leeds fans, is that how you say the name? How do you pronounce it? Pascal. Is it Struich or is it Strauch? How do you pronounce it if you can put it in the chat if you're in here? I'm interested in how to pronounce it because I did have to YouTube it because I was a bit unsure. Google Translate, all that. You know, you've got to get the pronunciations right. Robin Koch looks over the top towards Bamford. Maybe it's asking too much of the striker there. He's collected by Rui Patricio. Rolled out to Willy Bolly. Pressed by Rodrigo. Does find Dendoncker. Poor touch and foul by Phillips. Kind of put himself in a bit of a spot above her there. Liana Dendoncker. Bit of a dodgy touch. He had to use his body to keep the ball under his spell and was clattered by Calvin Phillips in the end. Dendoncker signed from Anderlecht. Was there for 10 years. Making 171 senior appearances with the 11 goals. Dendoncker with the 8 so far in a Wolves shirt as Koch heads it back to Meslier from the free kick. Yeah, the 8 goals so far in 87 appearances, so a great goal scoring record. Almost like one in every game there for Dendoncker, with Luke Ayling coming down the right hand side. Forced back to Robbie Koch. Takes a touch. Luke Ayling down inside to Strauch. Dallas is there. We'll use him, not quite in the Wolves half as of yet, but will be with that forward ball to Jack Harrison, who takes it in stride. Always looking positively and to look for chances, Jack Harrison. It's been laid off and it's been crossed in, I think, by Rodrigo, and finds or nearly finds Bamford, but a great flick away from, I think that's Kilman, means Luke Ayling can pick it up on the right hand side. Goes inside to Click, finds a touch on the edge of the box. Inside to Ayling, nice found ball. Phillips, first time ball to the back post, and Jack Harrison finds the ball in the box, and just behind Bamford the ball was going to be, and I think it was cut out by Connor Cody in the end to avoid a great goal scoring opportunity. Good ball in first time by Jack Harrison on the volley. Just fell behind Bamford. He couldn't quite divert it goalwards. Who did it come off last? Oh, I think it looks like it come off Connor Cody, but I'm not too sure. They gave a goal kick, so it must have come off Bamford last. Just behind the striker, so struggled to really danger the Wolves' goal at all as Gareth Southgate finds himself in the crowd tonight. Wonder who he'll be looking at. Maybe the likes of Calvin Phillips, Patrick Bamford, or with the 221 appearances for him against San Marino in Portugal. He's not quite had the senior call up yet as João Moutinho gives away a free kick for an accidental handball, but hit the hand nonetheless, and a free kick's been given for Leeds. Could be looking at Connor Cody as well. Jack Harrison is another. Luke Ayling, like I said before. And it's Dallas on the ball. He can't be picked up for the English team as he is Northern Irish. Ball's gone inside to Phillips. Forced over to the right to Robin Koch on the halfway line. Drills it into the run of Rodrigo. Nicely picked up. Forces it to the left to Jack Harrison. Down the line to Dallas, gets the ball in, met by Willy Bolly and cleared out for a throw-in by the Frenchman. Good run there by Dallas and a good find by Harrison. Couldn't quite find the end product that Leeds needed, but can they find it from this attack as we stay at 0-0 after the first 38 minutes? Thrown to Jack Harrison. Back into Dallas. Run being made by Jack Harrison. Decides to use it and go inside to Click, who's laid it then off to Jack Harrison, who gets the cross in. Blocks off the back of the head by João Moutinho. Falls back to Jack Harrison on the byline. He clears it again. And out for a corner for Leeds. It bounced off the chest of Nelson Semedo. Three corners to one. 3 for Leeds, 1 for Wolves. As we are 39 minutes and we're just about to hit the 39th minute now. A lot of movement in the box, and it'll be Calvin Phillips to go to the edge again, where Jack Harrison is gets a shot away off the heel of Dendoncker and out for another corner. Twice they've been caught out with that tactic. Wolves, they need to shore up their defensive tactics themselves from corners and watch that run on the edge of the box for Jack Harrison, because that's twice that's happened. And the first time he did get a header in for Bamford, who headed it home, but he's well offside. The second corner comes in, falls to the back post to Rodrigo, who hits it straight down the throat of Rui Patricio, and it stays at 0-0. Rodrigo looking for back-to-back goals at Elland Road in the Premier League, as he got one against Manchester City, but straight at the keeper, unfortunately for him. And like I said, that tactic to the edge of the box, the first time they used it, Jack Harrison was able to head it back into the 6-yard area, and Bamford did head it home, but he was quite a few yards offside, so the goal was, well, it wasn't, he didn't even stand in the first place because the flag was already raised by the linesman. Thrown. Intercepted firstly by Koch, but falls to João Moutinho, and he looks to set through Neto. Can't quite get past Luke Ayling. He wins it and dinks it into Rodrigo. Nodded down to Phillips. Now Dallas on the halfway line. Oh, it's Jack Harrison, and it's Dallas with the overlap. Doesn't use him. Goes to Phillips instead. Then just to his right to Strauch. Robin Koch brings it forward. Run's been made off the ball. Which one will he use? Found the one of Luke Ayling. Jinxes inside and then goes to Phillips. One touch, a second and a third with the pass into Helder Costa. Looks to take on Pedro Neto. Decides, goes inside to his left and finds Phillips, and then to the number 21, Pascal Strauch again. Now Dallas over to the left-hand side. Can they make anything of danger? Leeds, they have been the better team. They've been the team on top. Doesn't mean for anything though if you can't get the ball in the back of the net. With a dinked ball by Phillips into Clich. Looks to go a long way round and lay it back off to Phillips. He gets the ball in the box looking for Bamford. Headed away by Kilman as far as Luke Ayling in the final third on the right-hand side. Looks to find the right option. Falls back to Strauch. We go down the middle to the left, to the right. He's got a few options. He goes to the left where it can be Harrison to bring it down. Gets a wicked cross in towards Willy Bolly, who can deal with it for Wolves, and it finds its way to Semedo. Dinks ball, looking for Dendoncker, too much on it. Intercepted by Phillips. Poor ball from him, can be tackled away again by Semedo, but only as far as Dallas needs to try and find a person, I think in a maroon shirt maybe, kind of that kind of brown colour for for Wolves. It's just Luke Ayling into Helder Costa on the right hand side. Looks to take on Roman Saiz. Can he do so? Finds a way on the edge of the box. Now it's Click, lays it off to Luke Ayling, gets a ball into the box, always rising over the bar. Still positive attacking options there for Leeds and good attacking scenarios. They're making themselves quite divert one into a big chance as of yet. Liam Cooper is seen there in the full tracksuit, the big winter coat and the hat and the mask. Was named on the starting 11, but was a doubt for the game in the first place, and obviously something happened in the warm-up that ruled him out of the game. Jamie Shackleton replaced Strauch on the bench as he had to enter the pitch to get into the starting 11. Kick's been taken, Dendoncker flicks it on, and again by Jimenez. Can't quite find his intended target of Podence, but he is out for a Wolves throw-in as Dallas couldn't do much ball but head it away for a throw. Quickly taken into Dendoncker. Semedo. Left-footed pass into Kilman, who can get there and sway it towards Roman Saiz on the left-hand side, but intentionally that was not the aim to get it straight to the keeper, but that's how it ended, and Leeds look to bring it forward with Luke Ayling just inside the Leeds half. Finds his way just inside the Wolves half. Will he pass it back? He will do to Robin Koch. A bit tight on the ball, no real pressure from Wolves. Goes over to Stouch. Then he looks for a ball in behind, looking for Jack Harrison. Brings it down, one-on-one with Nelson Semedo. Can he find a space for a cross, maybe? Looks to do so. Nicely tackled by Podence and Semedo together, and they've worked it out nicely. Semedo down the line. Looks to cut back, maybe the wrong decision. He's able to keep it in, though. Nelson Semedo and beat Jack Harrison. Keeps running and goes inside to João Moutinho. Too much on it. Helder Costa can try and pick it up. Can he do so? Good battling in the midfield by João Moutinho. Does work it to the left of Saiz. A ball over the top. Neto will chase against Ayling. Is he onside? He's said to be so by the linesman. Pedro Neto going the long way around. Moutinho brought down. Going to be a free kick for Leeds. New subscriber, whoever that was, thank you very much. I have just seen that go to 448, so thank you very much to whoever's subscribed there. Every subscriber helps. I know I sound like, I think, what Asda or something, like every little helps, or Tesco, I don't know. But every little does help, so thanks for the subscription there. But we have got the free kick here. A long, long way out, more towards the halfway line than it is the 18-yard box on the far left-hand side. But they're sending men forward, and if they get the right ball dinked in towards that penalty spot area, or maybe towards the back post of the 18-yard box, we could be in for a bit of danger before half-time here for Leeds. It was me. Thank you, Wood Ahead. Thank you very much. Means a lot, as we're going to have Pedro Neto to take the free kick. It's curled in towards that back post. Meslier met it with a good punch, and a free kick's been given for him. Good confident keeping by the 6'6" Frenchman. Got his under-21s call up in the international break. Didn't quite make it into the starting 11, but got called up for the under-21s for the French national team. And he'll take the free kick. They did win by going for the free kick, and he's played it into Robin Koch. Luke Ayling fires it down the line, looking for Helder Costa. What a ball, right towards the corner flag. Tackled by Kilman. He's going to give away a corner there. Max Kilman, good defending. A great searching ball by Luke Ayling down the line to find Helder Costa, and then a big strong tackle by Max Kilman means that Leeds can only win the corner, not see what their attack would have led to if it was able to carry on. Calvin Phillips to take it. An outswinger towards the edge of the box where it's Helder Costa who picks it up, as everyone who went for the header did miss it. Down to Jack Harrison. Looks to hold it up against Pedro Neto. Does so and is forced back towards Strouch. He's towards the halfway line. He's going to have to go all the way back to Meslier. Mellier's class. I do like the look of him. From what I've seen, other than the Liverpool game, he's looked really good. As he plays into Calvin Phillips, a left-footed first-time clearance. He's met by Semedo. He finds Click. Now Click gives it away. It's João Moutinho. Semedo keeps it alive to Wildy Bolly. 2 minutes of added on time. We've played a minute and 20 of that already. We've got 40 seconds left. Connor Cody, right at the back. Inside towards Podence. Does use the ball and find it into Neto, and a foot. And an outside of the foot pass finds Dendoncker charging on the right side in the box. Robin Koch has to meet him and does block the cross towards the back post. It goes to Saiz back in the box to Podence, who hits it. Great save from Meslier. We just mentioned how good of a keeper he looks like and the potential he's got, and he's just shown that for us. Great play from Neto. A great ball outside the boot. Straight into the path of Dendoncker on the right side of the box. Looks like Koch got a touch to the cross, but it only diverted it towards Roman Saiz. First time ball back across the box. Looking for Podence. Found him touch. About 3 or 4 white shirts throwing themselves at the ball. None of them could get to it unless the one in pink. He was able to save it with his 2 hands. With strong fists. And stop a late half-time goal for Wolves. It does finish at half-time, and it is Leeds 0, Wolves 0. But, you know, we've had exciting games all season with the goals. We've had the exciting game, but we've not quite had the goals as of yet. Hopefully they come in the second half. But as I've said, it is Leeds 0, Wolves 0 as we go in at half-time. Great save from Meslier to keep it that way. So there's your half-time commentary. There we go. All done and sorted. Obviously we'll do the second half in 15 minutes time. The next commentary will be Ajax versus Liverpool. Just for interest, if you are interested in this side of my commentaries. I got it up now, but a little sneak peek. I've already started the notes for that game. As you can see there, my handwriting is absolutely fantastic. If I move out of the way, can that focus up a little bit? Not quite focusing, but you can see it there. Ajax v Liverpool. There we go. Champions League group stage, game week 1. Bit of stats, head-to-head stuff. So if you're interested in that side of it, then that's been started. Just have to do the lineups tomorrow and Wednesday, or maybe try and get them all done tomorrow. We'll have to see. That started already. 4 commentaries in 9 days. And obviously we had the international break, so we're 2 weeks without one. Yeah, with 2 weeks off, I did miss the commentaries, and then the Champions League returning. You can't not do Champions League games. They're so exciting. And I saw Ajax Liverpool, and I thought, yes, that's a good game. That's before Van Dijk's injury. We'll talk about that in a second. And then Juventus Barcelona. That's the next one in a week and a half time. That is going to be on the 28th. And the next one on the 21st, and then the next Monday one, which we're doing again, we're doing Monday 8 o'clock, same time, same place, on the 26th of October. That is Burnley versus Tottenham. So hopefully a bit of a rebound for Tottenham, as they did lose their 3 points yesterday to a Lanzini goal, and that was unreal. That goal. I'm not a West Ham fan, but I celebrated like mad just for the look of the goal. It was just unreal. Nice commentary, bud. Thank you very much. We'll be tuning in more often. Fantastic. Love to hear that. Tune in more often, I bet, with this pay-per-view coming in. I know, yeah. I mean, this isn't one that depending on obviously what country you're from, this isn't actually pay-per-view. This is on Sky. Like, if you buy the subscription, then it comes with it. But I am thinking of doing that because, honestly, I don't want to pay the £15. But maybe on a few occasions, depending on if I can, I might choose maybe one coming up, maybe because obviously I've already got my commentaries for the next 2 weeks set up, but the weekend after, not the next weekend, the weekend after, I might buy one and commentate it for you guys, as obviously if you're there, none of us will be able to watch it, because my plan is not to buy any, but I mean, if it helps me maybe bring in a few more viewers, because a lot less people will be able to watch the game, then I might have to just take that hit and do that, because it's a kind of a smaller channel. It's nice to try and get the viewers in, so I might have to do that. As hard as that would be to do, because I think the pay-per-view is an absolute joke as it is, because we're not even allowed in the stadiums, and they're paying us not fining us, they're charging us £15. I think that's ridiculous. But thank you for the comment anyway. I hope you're all enjoying the commentary. It's quite an eventful first half, to be fair. Yeah, in the description, we've got the mystery shirt football video. The first one and the second one, both in the description. And the Football Talk playlist is also in there as well. A new Football Manager save will hopefully be coming up next month or so when the new game comes out. I finished the Rising Up Stockport County now. I did one live stream and there wasn't many people in there. And I don't think it's worth continuing it. I was going to do a few more of the live ones, but yeah, not many people got involved in that. So that has come to an end, unfortunately. But there will be a new one in FM 21. FM 21. So that's very exciting. But yeah, we are at 0-0. Let's take the glasses off, my days. But I did like that half, actually. I did find it very interesting. Leeds were very much on top with the 9 attempts, Smalls with 2, and the 69% possession, but they didn't really make too many chances with it, which was slightly frustrating for Leeds. Just half chances more than anything. So, yeah, it's been end-to-end, and you've got to expect that with Leeds these days. It's how they play the game. So you've got to respect that. Quite a few ins for both teams in the transfer window this season. Likes of Rodrigo, Robin Koch, Jack Harrison again on loan, Joe Gelhard, you might know who he is, Charlie Allen, undisclosed from Linfield for Leeds, Cody Drame, undisclosed from Fulham, Sam Greenwood, undisclosed again from Arsenal, Melier, Helder Costa on a permanent. You've got your Diego Llorente, the Spanish centre-back. He's injured, but he is a Leeds player. He's on the bench against the City. You've got Rafinha on the bench from Rennes. And then the only outs have been two. Jordan Stevens, loan to Swindon, and Alfie McArmont on loan to Oldham. So, I mean, very many ins, not many outs. And then for Wolves, they brought in Nelson Semedo, Fabio Silva, Victor Ferreira, both from Porto. Fernando Marcal for 1.8 million, so total spend of 73.6 million for Wolves. And then they've got rid of Matt Doherty, Will Norris, Mattia Sarkic, Elliot Watt, Ruben Vinagre, which I was quite surprised seeing. I didn't actually know he went out on loan. He went on loan to Olympiacos. I thought he was their backup left wing back, and they could have done with him tonight because they've had to stick Roman Saiz at left wing back. He's usually either a centre half or a central midfielder, but they did bring in Marcal, the Leon left back. So I'm presuming he was going to be used as cover. He's on the bench tonight though in the end. Benny Ashley Seal as well to Northampton, Ryan Giles, Austin Samuels. If you know any of them and you're Wolves and Leeds fans, there may be more less known names. You are a proper fan, that's for sure. A couple of trophies between the two teams. Leeds have got 9, Wolves with a 17. 3 Premier Leagues for Leeds, or English, first tier wins: 1969, 1974, 1992. For Leeds, and then 3 on the other hand as well for Wolves in the 1954, 1958 and 1959 years. They also won the Premier League, or the first division, before it did become named the Premier League. 4 FA Cups as well for Wolves: 1892 to 1893 season, the 1907-08 season, the 1948-49 and the 1959 and 1960 seasons in the FA Cup for them. And Leeds have won twice the Intercities Fairs Cup winner in 68 and 71, which I did not know was even a tournament before researching it a couple of days ago, so I thought that was an interesting one. Not many honours as well for the managers, to be fair. Only 2 for Marcelo Bielsa. That's 1 championship, obviously with Leeds. His championship record is 92 games and 53 wins. Took their time to get there, but they're back in the Prem. And then Nuno Espirito Santo also only the 1 honour, and that is a championship with Leeds back in 2017-18. And their record was 30 wins, 9 draws, 7 losses, 82 score, 39 conceded. Very strong season to get them back in the Premier League as well. And they've stuck there with getting in the Europa League in the process of their return. Getting that the first season back, which is very impressive by Nuno Espirito Santo, the former goalkeeper. I like to do this every stream. I'm just going to do it very quickly now. It says, I don't want to butcher your name, but I am going to. Is it Deck or Des? I'm going to Deck Ruos. I saw you subscribe, by the way. It's just come up on my phone. That's why I saw it, and the sub count didn't say that you had, so I do apologise for that. But as we do in every stream, we're going to go on Fantasy Premier League. We love to do it. Could I actually get it on the screen? Let me try that. Because, I do like a cheeky fantasy Premier League team. I can't lie. We can get it up here. Fantastic. Don't know if I can show you on my screen because I'm in some leagues, like my school league, so I don't want to give any information away like that. That's the last thing I want to do, so I might have to show you on my phone. But I have got it here. I'll sort that out for next stream. I'll make it so everything's cleared, like all information that should be cleared is cleared. I'll do that. I'll do that for next stream. I'm also going to try and make it a bit more fancy. The screen, the surroundings as well. So it's not just me plonked in the middle of the badges like this. I'm gonna have like a nice border around me and try and do that for the timer as well. I'm gonna try and make it look a bit more professional in the next stream. Hopefully by the next stream anyway. If not by the next one on Monday, all being well. That's what I'm gonna attempt anyway. But we are quite close to the restart of the game. It's actually gone really quickly. I will show the fantasy team because I kind of nearly forgot to do that. Bit of a shocking weekend, can't lie. I've just had stinker. I've not had a good weekend yet. And in my league that I'm in with my mates, if this has happened again, right, I got 44 points. The person I played got 61, so I've been beaten again. So still no wins in that because we've got like a league table between 4 of my mates. I got more points than the one player I didn't play against. But I didn't get more than the other guy I didn't play. That's fair enough. Yeah, standings. I've not won any in 5. That is quite embarrassing. Oh well. Let's get my team up anyway. So this is the team I went for. If you can see it there, it will focus. Just give it a second. There we go. Patricio in net. So he can try and keep a clean sheet for me. That would be absolutely wonderful. Baldock, who has come out for Tyrone Mings. Chilwell, Digne, Castagne, Salah, Rodriguez, Bowen, Fernandez, Captain Vardy, but I've got Calvert-Lewin as the vice in the car because Vardy didn't play. I thought he would, even though he had a 75% chance of playing, and then the bench is quite poor. So I mean, I don't really care about the bench if I'm going to be honest. So that's how it is. So yeah, not had the great starts. I had a cracking start last year. I've never done fantasy last year. It was my first time doing it, and I got my first weekend. I got like 100 points. Because I triple captain Kane because I didn't know what I was doing. He scored about 2 goals. It was great. But game week 1, 42 points. Game week 2, 48. Game week 3, 44. Game week 4, 57, where I triple captain Jamie Vardy. As you can see. And that was when they played West Ham. So he got me a massive 6 points. So what a waste. And then game week 5, we're currently on 44. It's got to wait for Patricio to finish his game obviously tonight, and then see what Calvert-Lewin gets as his captain points, as he is my vice because Vardy didn't play. So that's fantasy. We love to do a fantasy league update at half time. It has to happen. I'm on 63 right now. Cody and Jimenez in my teams. Hopefully I'll get a couple more too. Lol. You should actually. I think Jimenez could definitely score. Well, what I'm thinking of doing next year, hopefully when the channel's a little bit bigger than it is now, let's hope so. Let's reach high. Hopefully we can hit like maybe 500 over 500 subs by the end of the season. Getting towards the 1,000, that would be lovely. Don't think it'll happen, but aim high. Aim high. As I don't need to put much actually. Yeah, I was thinking of making a league, like football commentaries league, and I put the code in every like video or at the start of the season, so I can like make sure I'm doing this right. So it'd be in like the top right there. So like in the top corner of the screen, maybe just have it advertised there, and you can join for the code. Yeah. Just trying to do something. I just realised I've had the white bit at the top. If that's annoying anyone, I'm sorry, but it is now gone. I'm on 108 at the minute. Oh my days. Hopefully Rodrigo scores, gets me another few points. Well, I'm going to put it in the description now, actually. I can't link it, unfortunately, at this minute in time. But in the description is the name of my football commentaries Instagram. It is football underscore, if I can spell, underscore commentaries. It's in the name of it, and how you spell it and everything. If you've got any issues, is in the description. Send me your fantasy teams, send me them, and I'll have a look, and we'll keep up to date. Because next season I will definitely create a fantasy football league, football commentaries, 100%. I'm down for that, and I might have a giveaway for the winner or something. Don't promise me on that, but I'll try and get something sorted. But that's for next year anyway, so it don't really matter. Let's get through this year first. Let's get through this season before we worry about the next. Players coming back out. Marco Bielsa giving some instructions to another coaching staff. They look to try and find a way to win this game against Wolves. Leeds looking to win it though. Both teams are. Expecting a bit more from Wolves in the second half as they got off to a bit of a slow burner, despite being able to attain the Leeds pressure. It will be Leeds to kick off, kicking right to left, Wolves left to right, and they have kicked off. Click over to the right hand side to Helder Costa. Try to charge down that right hand side and force it to Rodrigo, who's made the run down the line and not able to keep it in. It's going to be Wolves throwing, and I will restart this timer back to 0, unfortunately, because I can't get it past the 90th minute. I'll try and change that timer at some point if I can, but basic addition and subtraction you'll know which minute it is. I'll try and remind you every so often. But there we go, timer has begun. There it is on the screen. And we're away for the second half. Throw down the line towards Raul Jimenez. Bounces off the defender Robin Koch for another throw-in for Wolves. Roman Saiz to take on this left-hand side for Wolves. Thrown down the line, held up nicely by Jimenez. Is allowed to turn, not quite allowed to turn and run because he was held back by Robin Koch. But in the last two meetings, so like the last head-to-head meetings in the Championship, Helder Costa did score against Leeds for Wolves in a 4-1 victory. Diego Jota scored on that night as well. Cavallero, who you might know from now, I think he plays for Fulham. And Alioski scored the only goal for Leeds on that night as well. He's on the bench tonight for Leeds still. Worked down the line for Wolves, giving it to João Moutinho to take. Tackle by Click, and he wins the throw-in for his team there. Click, nicely done by the Polish international. 28 Polish appearances with the 2 goals and the 3 assists. Got an assist versus Bosnia for Poland in the Nations League in the international break. So still providing, despite not being for his club team, as Luke Aylin's thrown it onto the chest of Rodrigo and he hooks away, looking for Bamford. Forced to Click, heads it forward, looking for the run of Bamford again. Bolly meets it towards Jimenez, he can't win it. Bit of scrappy play, does fall eventually to Stuart Dallas, who can lay back to Meslier, and the attack's back under control for Leeds as they look to make one of their own and make it dangerous for them to get the ball in the back of the net. It's Dallas, he goes inside to Phillips, this is all inside the Leeds half as they look to get into the dangerous areas of the Wolves half. Robin Koch comes forward, drills it into Rodrigo, gets a touch on the ball, and Phillips can help move the ball to the left-hand side to Dallas. Now Jack Harrison looks to come inside, forced back to Dallas. Keeps the ball in play despite the heavy touch and the pressure from Neto as Phillips finds Robin Koch, but Phillips has been taken down, just clipped there by Wolves. He's really felt the knock of that, Calvin Phillips. Ball hit the wrist of the referee, gave it a wry smile. Don't think he meant to hit him, but oh yeah, just a clip there by Dendoncker. Calvin Phillips, but they have worked the ball to the left-hand side to Jack Harrison, 1-on-1 with Semedo, knocked down by the Portuguese, and the ref again sees it as another foul. Nicely won by Jack Harrison. I absolutely love Jack Harrison's energy. I think maybe there could be a future for him at Manchester City, but does he have that quality? Well, I think he definitely has the quality for the Premier League. Maybe at City, we don't know, we'll have to see, but I love his energy. I think it's absolutely fantastic. He's been at all the big youth academies while he was younger, Liverpool, Man United, Manchester City, as it's been a ball put in straight to the back post, caught easily by Rui Patricio in the end. And he'll take his time to distribute the ball. Still got it in his hands, a few bounces. I think he'll kick it long in the end. No, finds the throw to Willy Bolly, who created space, fair enough to him, and gets a clearance down the line. No direction, no curl. Leads to the throw-in, it will be. Thrown into Rodrigo, flicked up to Calvin Phillips, brings it down and goes into Dallas. Great switch ball to Luke Ayling. A heavy touch does fall to Helder Costa, fortunately. He's got the overlap of Luke Ayling and he will use him. And he does find the cross. It's dangerous, not too dangerous enough for Rodrigo to get in the end of, and it's Patricio who's able to catch it. And pressure is released by Wolves, and Rui Patricio as he looks for a quick kick out of his hands, looking for Pedro Neto, nowhere near his intended target. And out for a throw, and it goes, and they have got the option of the very, very big arms of Adama Traore on the bench. His arms are ridiculously big. Oh my days. Will he be an option for Wolves? I'm sure he will, and I'm sure he'll enter the pitch. Jack Harrison works it down the left, looking towards Bamford, clattered to the ground. Referee doesn't see it as a foul. I think it was more of a coming together, and Rui Patricio can now clear for Wolves. It's a clearance on the left foot, not too convincing. Calvin Phillips wins his header, directed towards Jack Harrison on the left, can't quite keep it in play with the header, and Nelson Semedo will have the throw. Looking a lot more settled, Nelson Semedo tonight. Already made 2 Premier League appearances, no goals as of yet, but did start them both, and he's already got 151 minutes in the tank, now 201 with the extra 50 minutes tonight. Clearance from Wolves fell to Robin Koch, who will bring it forward, and Helder Costa on the right's been found. Will he want that goal against his former club? I'm sure he will. Tries to go inside anyway to Click, intercepted, and now Dendoncker on the ball to Moutinho. Chipped in towards Jimenez, flicks it to Podence. There's spacing behind here for Wolves. It's fantastically worked. Now on the left, Roman Saiz takes a touch, a ball across, great interception for Jimenez, falls to him, one touch, back heels it back towards Saiz. Can he get on the end of it? No, he can't. Great recovery from Helder Costa, and he's able to clear away only as far as João Moutinho, who keeps it alive, keeps the ball in. Inside to Dendoncker, now back towards Conor Cody. Inside to Pedro Neto. Turns and runs at the defence, finds Semedo, one of the many Portuguese they have in their team. Looks to try and take on Jack Harrison, brought to the ground. Free kick won by Semedo, good running by the Portuguese right back. But in the team, they've got Rui Patricio, who is Portuguese. Nelson Semedo, João Moutinho, Pedro Neto, Podence. That's 5. Nearly half of the lineup is Portuguese. The only ones not being are Willy Boly, Conor Cody, Roman Saiz, Max Kilman, and Dendoncker, and Jimenez as well, who is Mexican. They don't have a free kick with one of the Portuguese, and it is João Moutinho. Again, quite far out, but a great opportunity to get an in-swinging cross into the box, where they have sent men forward. João Moutinho on it. Can he get his 22nd assist in the Wolves shirt? No, he won't. His strap centred away. An overhead kicked further on by Rodrigo. It's met by Conor Cody. Takes on Helder Costa in the end. And gets a ball switched to the right. Great ball to Podence. Not offside. Looks to take on Dallas. Going the long way. Oh, it's actually Click. Turns him inside out. Gets the cross in. Headed away only as far as Saiz in the box. Chips it up and strikes it. What a goal from the Moroccan. Oh, it's beautiful. He scored on his last visit here 2 years ago. And he's done it again. What a goal. You don't expect that kind of finish from a centre-back / CDM / left wing-back, wherever he wants to play. Is Podence offside from that ball from Cody? He's offside. I thought he was offside when that ball was switched. It's a great finish from Saiz from the Moroccan. I did get it out eventually. Kind of went Moroccan. But I think he will be offside. I think he'll be disallowed here. The right knee and the right foot of Podence seems offside from that switch ball from Cody. I'm not going to lie. The referee didn't give it to the linesman, but he did look offside when the ball was played. So I think this will be disallowed, unfortunately. Great strike by the Moroccan. Great ball in by Podence. Did fall to Saiz in the end, and as he did fall to him, he chipped it up for himself. Well, I don't think he meant to chip it up like he did, but got it onto the left foot, bounced in the air, foot through it on the left foot, all the way over to that bottom right corner. No bounce, straight into the goal. And it was a great finish, but I think it'll be disallowed. I don't know why they're spending so long on this. Quite obvious that he's offside. And the goal has been disallowed, and it was offside, rightly so, by VAR. Take nothing away from the strike from Roman Saiz, but he was definitely an offside. And a good call there from VAR. A lot of controversy through VAR on the weekend, but there's no controversy involved in that decision in the end. Remains Leeds 0, Wolves 0. 54 minutes in as Click flicks it on. Looking for Rodrigo, cleared away, but Lukele meets it, only with the header that's gone straight to Dendoncker. Now João Moutinho, Willy Boly. Seems like both teams are now getting in the groove for quick flowing football. Neto superbly takes on Dallas and chips it towards Nelson Semedo. He can't get past Strauch. Great defending from the young Dutchman, and stops that attack in its tracks with a throw-in given to Wolves. Great goal from Roman Saiz. Fantastic goal. But was offside, Podence. I thought he was, but the linesman didn't give in. I thought it's quite obvious decision for the linesman if he clearly got it wrong, and that's why we've got VAR. Semedo thrown into Neto. Tackled. There'll be another Wolves throw-in towards that final third. Semedo looking for the right throw, looking for the right option, wanting to create a meaningful attack to actually get that lead. Thrown down the line to Pedro Neto, right in that corner flag. I think a foul throw's been given there on Nelson Semedo, actually. I think. Yeah, it has. That's embarrassing. That's under 10s stuff. Foul throw given against Nelson Semedo. Just threw it down like that. Can't do that. Now it's Dallas who does do a successful throw into Calvin Phillips. Back to Dallas. Poor clearance down the line. Now a throw in for Wolves. Can he redeem himself with a successful throw in here, Semedo? I think he'll feel a bit nervous if he gets this wrong again. Semedo to take, throws it into Podence. Down the line looking for Jimenez. Again, having to hold it up against Strauch. Tackled by Harrison as he doubled up on him and he wins the throw-in nicely, the Mexican. So I'm just getting on my own commentary here. Thanks for all the likes as well. I just want to check how I said Moroccan. Podence on the edge of the box, works its way onto the left foot and decides to shoot. Great strong right hand from Meslier. And he avoids the first proper goal of the game. We've had 2 disallowed goals through Bamford and Saiss. Podence wants to break that and get the first actual goal, but stopped by a fantastic dive to his right by Meslier. Cracking save. Going to be taking the corner by, is that João Moutinho? Is that Pedro Neto? I think it's Pedro Neto because he'll be a left-footed outswinger. Kilman's in there, Dendonker's in there, Jimenez is in there, Saiss is in there, Bolly's in there. You've got 6'5" players, 6'2", 6'3". Not sure, where's Connor Cody? Does he not go up for corners, Connor Cody? I don't think he does. Surprised he's not up there. I know he's only 6'1" compared to the other players in the Wolves team. It's not very tall, but here we go. Crossed in towards the near post. Flicked on by Jimenez. Met by Luke Ayling and sees it out for a goal kick. Very nicely done by Luke Ayling. Oh, here we go. We've got it up now. Oh, mock Moroccan. Nearly got there first time as Jack Harrison has been sent away on the left-hand side. Gets a great cross into the box. Looking for Bamford. Falls to Helder Costa. Don't think he expected the ball to hit his body as he thought Bamford may have had it and goes straight to Patricio. Rolls it straight out to Saiss. And we've got a counter-attack on the left-hand side. Pedro Neto one-on-one with Phillips. Takes him on beautifully. What a run by Neto into the box. Stopped by Strauch. Helped on by Dallas with a nice calm pass to his right to Ayling. No goal comes from that counter-attack, and can there be another one created with Leeds running at Wolves? Forced over to the left-hand side to Jack Harrison. Rodrigo's making the run down the line, and he'll use him nicely in the final third. Turns. Many left-footed touches and gets it back out to Harrison. Inside to Dallas. Completes a 1-2. Gets into the box. What a move from Leeds, and the scuff clinch from Kilman. Thankfully for him, falls straight into the hands of Patricio. And that attack dies out with it staying at 0-0. Don't know how the game's 0-0, but it still is. And I don't think this will be a 0-0er. Imagine 2 0-0s in the same day. How unfortunate will that be? As it has come back with the cameras on with, I can't remember his name. Click on the ball. Gets into Ayling, looks for Rodrigo. Nasty cut out. It's now Dendonker. Complete 1-2 with Podence. Gives the ball away, and it's Kelvin Phillips who will bring it forward for Leeds. Great interception again by Neto. Podence goes down the right-hand side for Jimenez. He's peeled away from Strauch. He's got a chance to run at him. Met by Dallas. Still one-on-one with Strauch. Gets a pass away to his left. To Podence. He's going to look to hit it again. Maybe no. Goes inside to Jimenez. Gets on his right foot. Cuts onto his left. Tries to take on another man. Maybe asking too much of himself there. And tackled. And the ball's been taken away from him in the end. And cleared only as far as Kilman. Sorry about that. Moutinho brings it forward now as Wolves are really growing into this game compared to the first half. Neto, the number 7. Lays it back off to João Moutinho on the right-hand side. Semedo looks to take on Harrison. Good tackle from the number 22 of Leeds and gives away a throw-in again. But Bamford had the goal in the first half. I don't think he even counted as a goal because the flag was already up before it went in. But he did not home in the same net as what Saiss volleyed his goal into. But we still remain 0-0 as Leeds have won the ball back from that throw-in as they look to get it in towards Jimenez, and the switch ball has been nicely cut out by Roman Saiss. Then Donker back to Cody. Drilled ball in towards Podence. I'm liking Podence. I'm not going to lie. I'm liking watching him. He's a very enjoyable player. Really bally into Pedro Neto. Looks cut onto his left. Good tackle by Dallas. But Podence likes scoring in England before he came to Wolves. He's not quite got off to the start he would have wanted, but he did score against Burnley and Spurs for Olympiacos in a European qualifier and a Champions League group stage game when he travelled or played English teams. But Leeds have worked it out nicely. They've got it to Calvin Phillips. Looks for a dinks ball over the top, looking for Helder Costa. Again met by Saiss, and Kilman lays it off to Patricio. Had to be a first-time clearance as there was pressure, and the chest down by Phillips. Keeps it under his spell, and he does pass it to Ayling. Dinked down the line. Kilman intercepts the first time, and then Donker heads it down for Moutinho to bring it away. Finds Semedo, lets the ball run, and dinks it down the line looking for Neto, but the play's been pulled back and a yellow card's been given out as Moutinho was caught after the ball was played by him towards Semedo, who's really felt the impact of that, holding his Achilles. Phillips with the yellow card there. Yeah, late challenge there. Naughty one there from Calvin Phillips. He's been there since 2010 as well. 185 senior appearances at the time at the club. 12 goals, 11 assists. One of those assists against Liverpool away for Jack Harrison's goal, which was a lovely goal as well. I still really can't see anything other than someone scoring. Premier League confirmed 8 positive coronavirus tests in their recent testing spree. Spree is what you say. Batch. That's 2 sync that if you watch them. Batch. But we still wait to resume play as Moutinho. I don't know if he's still down or he's getting back up. I'm not too sure. Yeah, he's getting the cold spray on it because he has really felt the impact of that one. I think he'll be okay. He's back on his feet, but it doesn't even matter if he's back on his feet because that will not stop the introduction of Adama Traore, 5'10", 24 years of age, 4 goals, 9 assists last season. Not got any goals or assists this season with the 3 starts he's made out the 4, but he will look to make an impact on this game as we have restarted with a dink ball looking for Jimenez on the right, met by Strauch, but Semedo puts his stamp on the game and wins the ball back for Wolves. A left-footed ball in behind looking for Saiss, good thinking, but Mellier's out there straight away to gather. And he's looking like a really promising keeper for Leeds as he throws it out elegantly towards the right-hand side, and it's been played into Click, put in towards Bamford, met by then Donker. Oh, it's actually Kilman, and cleared away by Patricio. Nearly the way through there for Leeds. Strauch needs to win this header. Does knock it down to Phillips. Now to Koch again. Luke Ayling. Helder-Costa's got space down the right. Space to run into, and he plays it down the line looking for Rodrigo. Looking towards that corner flag. Gets it back inside to Click. First time layoff to Helder-Costa. Very compact towards that corner flag. They need to get it in the box if they can. Rodrigo towards the edge of the box. Left-footed switch towards that left where it's been brought down by Bamford and could have been a fantastic touch if he got into his path, but just a little bit too much on the touch. Went out for a goal kick for Wolves. First meeting between these two sides came in 1921 with 3-0 Wolves victory in their first 2 Premier League meetings, because they're the only 2 meetings they've had, were 3-1 to Wolves against Leeds, and then 4-1 to Leeds against the Wolves, where Viduka, if you know who he is, Leeds fans, he scored a brace that game to get you the 4-1 victory in that one. So not too much Premier League history between these two sides. João Moutinho tries to nick it off Rodrigo, falls to Ayling, but Podence does nick it off Ayling and tries to take him on, brought down. No free kick given, I think, in the end. Nope, throw in for Leeds. The last 10 meetings, it has been 4 wins to Leeds, 1 draw, 5 wins for Wolves, 33 goals, so can't quite see a 0-0. The 4 clean sheets within those fixtures as well. Dallas dinked over the top. Can he find Jack Harrison on the byline? He can, gets a cross in, but it's wild and over, sailing into the stands. And here comes the substitution. You can tell he's got oil on those arms. You know, that news came out that they put like baby oil on his arms to make it more slippery so they can't hold onto his shirt or onto his arms or anything because they slip off. But he will be replacing Daniel Podence, the number 10. I know he might have been a little bit tired maybe from playing for Portugal, but I thought he was really promising. I thought they may have maybe brought off the likes of maybe a Saiss or maybe someone like that. I'm surprised they brought off Podence, but I am not the manager, so I'm not going to comment. But Saiss is on and play continues with Click looking to pick it up. It's Jimenez who does in the end. Fires it back to Conor Cody. Takes a touch out of his feet. Sends Rodrigo to the shops and releases Kilman. I think it's been very impressive, the young centre-half. Not much Premier League experience, but he's gone with a run here into the Leeds area. Had to just lay it off to his left too. That is, not sure who that is, couldn't quite see, even though I've got glasses on. Willy Bolly into Connor Cody again. He loves a switch ball and he's going to go for one over the top in behind instead, met by Robin Koch. And Strauch with a poor touch, but it does evade Jimenez in the end. I think it was that poor, he didn't expect it, and Click can look to bring it away. As a foul's been given and the yellow card's been given against João Moutinho. He's now in the book. I thought there may have been an advantage there for Mateus Click, but not in the end. Let's have a look. Just grappled onto him and pushed him away there. Definitely a foul against Click there. Tried to protest his innocence, saying it went the other way, but it was definitely Moutinho holding on to Click and not letting him go. So first booking of the season for João Moutinho. We're in the 66th minute. Right on the halfway line is Calvin Phillips to take the free kick. Goes over to his right to Robin Koch. Now Luke Ayling. Bit of sting taken out of the game, but I'm sure that will re-energise any second soon because both teams will be wanting the 3 points, won't settle for anything less. The one draw has been conceded by Leeds in their last game against City, but no draws as of yet for Wolves in their campaign, only the 2 losses and the 2 wins. Robin Koch in the Leeds half looks to bring it forward and goes to his left to Strauch. It's now to Dallas. Back to Strauch again. He's got options and runs being made off the ball, but very compact defending from Wolverhampton Wanderers, which you've got to admire. Calvin Phillips looks to break that solidarity, and he's not going to do it with a pass like that way over the head of Harrison. Easy throw in to be picked up for Nelson Semedo. $77 goals last year in the Championship for Leeds. Only the 51 for Wolves. 17 of those coming from Raul Jimenez. Semedo throws it. Kicked on by Jimenez, caught on the foot, so the foul will be given. His clearance didn't end up to anyone in the Wolves shirt, so they will have the free kick, Wolves. Willy Bolly to take this free kick. Semedo back to Bolly, cleared down the line looking for Traore, well won by Dallas, and Koch picks it up. His pass intercepted the first time, falls back to him, fortunately. And Phillips has it over to Luke Ayling. Can we start an attack? We've got 22 minutes plus additional time for a goal. Pass short by Ayling, and Helder Costa can't pick up the pass. It's been intercepted, and Neto can look to bring it away. Nice turn in spin. He's going to run at Luke Ayling. He's going to be doubled up by Mateus Click. Chops away from him and does find the pass back to Roman Saiz. Now Moutinho into Kilman. Bolly will bring it forward. Left-footed ball, looking for Adama Traore. Nice interception by Dallas. He's going to look to send away Jack Harrison on the left. Just inside the Wolves half he's entered. Looks for a ball over the top towards Rodrigo. Well dealt with a first time by Connor Cody. Gets there every second time. Down the line, looking to the right-hand side of Adama Traore. Sees it as a dead end and no reason to chase that as it's Strauch on the ball now for Leeds. Looks like Ian Poveda is going to be coming on for Leeds, who created great trouble down that City left-hand side a couple of weeks ago. Forced actually Benjamin Mendy to get subbed off in the process. Leeds still have it with Strauch on the halfway line. Inside to Calvin Phillips, the real glue of this Leeds team. Great ball dinked into Luke Ayling. Tries to find Click with the run. Blocked off by Dendoncker and looks to send away Jimenez on the right. Can he get there ahead of Strauch? He will do as he slips. The ball's been played over his body, so he has to pick it up on the right-hand side. Allows Strauch to re-enter the play. And Jimenez has worked onto his left, back onto his right on the edge of the box. Shoots, it's deflected and in! I've just said he's the glue to this Leeds team, but I think it's deflected off Calvin Phillips to give Wolves the lead. Not sure if it'll go down as Jimenez's own goal. We'll have to check if it was on target or not. But the main thing is this one will count for sure. And it's Leeds 0, Wolves 1. As it's all started from that Strauch slip. Went across the body of Jimenez, picked it up on the right-hand side. Then took him on once. Took on Dallas as well. Made his way on the edge of the box. Cut back. And got a shot away. Looking like an easy save from Meslier. He was on target for sure. It'll go down as Jimenez's own goal. And it's deflected off the head of Calvin Phillips right into the opposite corner. went from going for an easy save in the bottom right corner for Meslier into an impossible one down to the left. And definitely on the run of play, it's gone to Leeds 0, Wolves 1. Jimenez with the goal. Third one of the season. Like I said, he's got 17 last season. Can he maybe beat that or match it? We'll have to see. But the main thing is the scoreline is about to change. Leeds 0, Wolves 1. Off their first half performance, I'd say Wolves don't deserve this. But off their second half performance, they have been very impressive, to be fair to them. And they have grew into the game. They had a patch about 10 to 15 minutes at the start of the second half where they looked really, really dangerous. Then the game kind of killed off a little bit. Everyone decided to maybe take the foot off the gas. And then, as you're about to get it rebooted, Jimenez decides to strike one into the back of the net due to a massive deflection. But as strikers, you take any goals you can. And that's what Wolves are doing. Strauch went down injured, so we've had a bit of time to restart. I think he'll stay on. I think he'll be okay. And Leeds have got it all to do. We're not going to get our second 0-0. We've got a goal in this fixture. Funny how I was saying Calvin Phillips is the glue of this Leeds team, and it's him who's diverted it into the Wolves goal to give them the lead. Might need a bit of super glue to reform this Leeds team in this game and get them back on track to maybe find an equaliser if they can. So we do restart with Robin Koch. Goes inside to Rodrigo. A quick start as he tries to play through Poveda. Can't quite do so. Picked up by Wolves, and it's Roman Saiz who's been pulled down by Poveda in the end. No goals or assists last year in the Championship for Poveda. The 4 appearances he made. He's made 2 appearances this season so far. 68 minutes versus Manchester City and Sheffield United combined. Joined from City last year. No goals yet for the club. He's been at youth teams like Chelsea from 2007 to 2010. Arsenal from 2010 to 2012. Barca from 2012 to 2014. Brentford from 2014 to 2016. And then to Manchester City until 2020, where he was eventually sold to Leeds United, where he is now. And it's Strauch on the ball. Over to the left-hand side to Dallas. Can we find a comeback for Leeds? Gets inside to Harrison. A heavy touch. Gives it to Adama Traore. Uses strength to keep his foot on the ball. And he's running away from the defence now. Finds Neto to the left in the box. Can he form a shot? Yes, he can. Good block from Luke Ayling. Would have felt that one for sure. And it's going to go out for a throw-in for Wolves. And Pablo Hernandez is also going to be coming on for Leeds. Very, very experienced 35-year-old. Won the League Cup in 2013 with Swansea. Has 58 appearances already in the Premier League. 5 goals, 15 assists. Joined in 2017 from Al Arabi. And he scored very key goals for Leeds to get them back in this position as Pedro Neto deflects it off Robin Koch for a corner in that corner flag. Fantastic, fantastic play from Wolves. And it's not an easy place to go to here, Leeds. And we've seen that in the first few games that have been back here in the Premier League. But they are upsetting the odds and they're winning this game. It'll be Neto to take again. It will be an outswinger. Many options for him. Like I said, Saiz, Kilman, Bolly, Raul Jimenez, Dendoncker. Gonna have to challenge the likes of Luke Ayling, Robin Koch, Strauch, Phillips, Ayling. Ball put in towards the back post where Dendoncker can try and bring it down. Does fall to Rodrigo, he brings down himself, and the free kick will be given against him. And Leeds can try and look to push up the pitch now as they've not got too long to find this equalising goal. We'll now see the introduction of Pablo Hernandez. He will replace number 21, who is Pascal Strauch. So I wonder what change they're going to make here, because that is who's playing centre-back and Pablo Hernandez plays in central midfield. So it's a positive change. Let me see who drops into the back line. It is Calvin Phillips. Click will go into that holding midfield role. Phillips will go into right centre half alongside Koch, and that allows Pablo Hernandez to go into that central midfield role where they look to push for an equaliser. And here he is, Calvin Phillips in that right centre back role. Into Click just inside the Wolves half. He goes. Hernandez looks down the line. It's a great ball to Poveda. Evades Saiz. Gets a crossing. Connor Cody can control it and have a bit of time to get his clearance away to Traore. Lets it run, but clicks there to intercept. Now Dallas into Bamford on the edge of the box. Nothing given. He's pulled down. The clearance from Wolves only goes as far as Click. Hooked on by Pablo Hernandez. Thankfully falls back to him as Wolves did cut out his first attempted pass. And here he is on the ball. Gets it to Ayling. Now Hernandez again. Click. Looks to go down the right hand side towards Luke Ayling. Saish will get there first. And does get it to Patricio in the end. And he can clear all as far as Hernandez on this far right hand side. Koch into Dallas. Finds its way to Jack Harrison in the end. Back inside to Click. Harrison needs to make a run to support Rodrigo, who's got the ball. And he does find him on the byline. Gets a crossing towards the back post. Way too much on it and too much height as well. And they go all the way for a throw for Wolves. Frustrating for Jack Harrison. He knows he should have done better with that cross. Made a great overlapping run. Got the cross in. Way too much on it. And with the height as well. No chance of anyone getting on the end of it. Even Patrick Bamford himself. It does stay at 1-0 currently. Throw-in taken by Saiss. Flicked on by Jimenez, the goal scorer. Does fall to Koch in the end, and Luke Ayling looks to take it down the right. Blocked off by Pedro Neto, and Matinho, who's been given the ball, looks to settle Jimenez to chase. Meslier gets there first. And hooks it over the head of Jimenez and finds Robin Koch. Switches it to that left to Dallas. Lets it bounce and then heads it forward to Rodrigo. He's got support of Jack Harrison alongside him and he will use him. Next, a run off the ball. Rodrigo doesn't use him, Jack Harrison. He does find Dallas. Inside to Click. Hernandez. Given the ball by Phillips. Hernandez still. Drilled into Poveda. We know what he can do down the right side. He's a little tricky player. Cuts it onto his left. Looking for an option. Goes into Pablo Hernandez. Poveda makes a run. Won't use him. Will use him to make his own space. Pokes it into Harrison in the end. He looks to get it into the threaded piece of Bamford, but couldn't quite find the target man. And Traore can bring it away for Wolves. Does he fancy his chances against Dallas? He does, but he's been tackled and fouled, says the referee, by the Northern Irish international. And Adama Traore does win the free kick for Wolves. Nicely done by the Spaniard. It's about killing time in this period of the game when it's starting to get so late on, like it is in the 78th minute. Chipped in towards Jimenez, kind of got the flick on to Adama Traore, but it was easily picked off by Leeds, and it's going to be Calvin Phillips to look to find that long pass to get Leeds in behind. He's gone for it towards Bamford. He has to let it go over his head. It's a chase now with Semedo. Gets there first, backheels it off his knee. Great striker play from Bamford. He's had nothing all game in terms of service, but he has chased that down and won a fantastic corner for his team. I've just realised if you come in the stream and you don't see this badge, it looks very much like I'm wearing a Leeds shirt in terms of like the colours and the stripes on the shoulder. This is not a Leeds shirt. I'm just saying, this is not a Leeds shirt. Hernandez to take, whips it in swinger, headed away by Dendoncker, and again by Neto. Dendoncker's going to get there again and send Neto away. Accidental 1-2s have been made, but it works beautifully as Neto looks to sprint away from Dallas. It's a great chase on here, and Neto's been fantastic all game. Has completed a 1-2 there with Saiz, but gives it away. It's actually Dendoncker who made another 1-2, but it gave it away anyway. And it's away with Pablo Hernandez down the left. He's got Jack Harrison in support, still full of running, still full of energy. Number 22, Jack Harrison, cuts inside towards Click. Or 30 yards from goal. Goes to his right to Luke Ayling. He takes a touch. Is he going to find a crossing? Yes, he will. Finds a cross. Headed on by Hernandez. Only as far as Jack Harrison has an option. Back to Hernandez. It's deflected onto the roof of the net. He's made a great impact, Pablo Hernandez, getting energy into this midfield of Leeds. But that strike could only be deflected over the bar and not into the back of the net for Leeds United. 10 minutes to go. I'll be very surprised if there isn't another goal in this game, because it's looking very lively as one team needs a goal and one looking to defend and counter-attack. Phillips to take. He's playing centre-half, but that doesn't stop him from taking corners. Swung in towards the near post. Headed away into the feet of Click. One touch out and gets the ball back in towards Rodrigo. He's onside. Headed away, though, by Wolves, and Dendoncker chips it towards Neto. Lets it run and gets it past number, I think that's 19 of Leeds, but Ayling wins it back off Neto, so it doesn't matter anyway. And he finds Meslier, lays it into Phillips. He can turn and find Click, and another attack is going to be charged by Leeds as they look to keep this unbeaten streak they've got at Allen Road alive in the Premier League. Obviously, they got beat by Wolves, but not yet beaten at home. Saiz clears it long as a misplaced pass from Leeds allows Wolves to get away with Jimenez meeting the cross. Phillips gets there across there nicely as well and gives away a free kick there. Jimenez, well won by Phillips. Knew exactly what he was doing, but it looked like he fell awkwardly on his shoulder there. I think he'll be okay, back on his feet. Calvin Phillips. I hope you enjoyed the commentary. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Just help out massively. And if you haven't liked as well, please do as well. We're only on 7, which is fantastic. 2 changes to be made. One for either team. Ruben Neves. Oh, come on. So we've got Rafinha making his debut for Leeds. He replaces Jack Harrison. He's done a lot of running tonight. Jack Harrison, a deserved break for him. New signing, Rafinha, is on number 18. 1 goal so far this season, 2 assists in the 6 he played in the league before making the switch to the United Kingdom and to Wolverhampton into Leeds United as well. And Jean Moutinho, who's worked his socks off for 82 minutes, the 34-year-old veteran, will be replaced by another Portuguese. Maybe the next Jean Moutinho, you could say, maybe a bit better than Jean Moutinho, Ruben Neves. Last Premier League goal for Ruben Neves came back in 10th of November 2019 against Aston Villa. 41st minute he came in. Can change that and get a goal tonight to see off this game. As Leeds look to bring it forward. Pablo Hernandez dinked to the left looking for Dallas. Poor ball. Poor header. It's wayward by Semedo, but thankfully falls right behind him and he can hook it away. Click goes up for the header with Traore and it bounces and it falls to Click in the end. Hernandez into Ayling on the halfway line. Finds a switch. He's going to go for it. He's going to find his target of Rafinha, the new signing, the new player on the pitch. Gets across and deflects towards Poveda. It deflects all the way to the back post and Semedo can keep it on the pitch and clear for Wolves as they've got away with another attack. Jimenez looks to win the flick on, can't quite do so. Leeds have the ball again. Is this what it's going to be for the next 10 minutes? Leeds attack. Wolves can't clear it too far. And Leeds come straight back at them. Here's Rodrigo, found a bit of space, a big tackle from Cody. Didn't win the ball the first time, but Kilman did with his big tackle the second. Not got many options ahead of him, but does find Pedro Neto just inside the Leeds half. He has not been fouled to the referee, and the throw-in's been given to Leeds United as they look to attack again. Click in the centre circle. Goes inside to Pablo Hernandez. He goes to the path of Bamford. It's a poor touch and straight into the hands of Rui Patricio. And it stays at 0-0. What will this end? Great ball from Rafinha. Brought it down and just scraped it along the ground. Came to Hernandez. Bounced over to Poveda from about 7 yards out. His shot was deflected in the end and caused no issues for Wolves in the outcome as Bolly has to clear away with the forward pass by Dallas. Falls to Click. Wayward pass, but does fall to Phillips eventually for him. Luke Ayling, touch into Click. There's a switch always on for Leeds, and he's going to go for it. Semedo's been knocked down, and the foul's being given on him, as Dallas did bring the ball down. I think Bamford thought he got away with that, but he certainly didn't. Let's have a look here. Switch was being taken, and he just gave Semedo a nice little push that would have allowed Stuart Dallas right in behind, so good decision by the referee. Bit cheeky there from Patrick Bamford. Not quite got his 30th Leeds goal as of yet. It's 5 appearances versus Wolves. This is his 6th, but in his other 5 he's scored 3 goals for MK Dons and Middlesbrough respectively. Not one for Leeds yet as Dendonka picks up on a poor Stuart Dallas pass. Hernandez recovers the ball for him. And they can get set away on another attack. Hernandez behind him to Phillips. They look to bring it forward. Luke Ayling. It's a heavy pass and it's a throw-in for Wolves. It's really poor from Calvin Phillips. Should have had more care on the pass. Victor Orta, Leeds director of football, is in the crowd. Leeds set away on the left-hand side. We've come back to Pedro Neto towards that corner flag. With Luke Ayling, he's looking to create maybe a corner or a foul or a throw in. Pedro Neto still has it. What play this is in the corner flag. He's only 5'8". Does give away a goal kick in the end, but that was great play from Neto. Was bullied by 2 Leeds players in the end and wasn't quite able to keep it in the corner flag for much longer. But there is Makal, formerly of Lyon. He's looking to come on for Wolves as Leeds play it out from the back with Dallas and Click. Poke towards Rafinha, number 18, for Brazil, or the Brazilian, should I say. It's been found now into Rodrigo, tries to slip it through to Bamford. Conor Cody gets there first with one touch and sets it away and clears it, and it comes off Bamford. And he's able to win the throw-in inside their own defensive third for Wolves. 4 minutes until added on time. Conor Cody, another fantastic performance on the verge of a clean sheet, and you look at the Wolves team after their 4-0 defeat to West Ham, and you wouldn't think this would be anywhere near what you'd expect from them. A clean sheet away at Elland Road, one of the hardest places to go even without the fans, but they're doing it currently. But will that last much longer? As Dendoncker needs to get it away, and he does so towards Ruben Neves, number 8. Dinked over the top towards Adama Traore. Can he take any stride? He can. It's a great touch from Adama Traore. Not many options with him. He's got to do it on his own. On the right, can he take on Dallas? No, he can't. Great defending from Dallas. Gets to Robin Koch. And Rodrigo can have it. Lays it off into a Click. Becoming last chance saloon now for Leeds to get anything from the game. Forced to the right hand side to Poveda. Sorry, that's number 19 actually. I do apologise. He's been backheeled in towards Poveda. Can't quite get there first. Neves with a scuff clearance. Gets it away for a throw-in for Leeds. Ball's being threaded through to Rodrigo right in the corner of the box against Conor Cody. Has to hold it up. Lays it off to Luke Ayling. Onside, is he? Yes, he is, Rodrigo. On his left foot, finds the interchanging pass to Ayling. It's a great ball in. But if someone may have committed, could have been a lot more dangerous than it ended up being. Patricio has it in his hands. Patricio to take. Finds Jimenez, chests it down, kicks it off Robin Koch and wins a throw-in. Great striker play. In times of need to kill, the time to kill the watch down. You've got to be doing those kind of things. Even if it's the little things, just bringing it down and getting the throw-in is very, very vital. Marcal to replace Pedro Neto. Don't want to give him away my man of the match, but I'm going to do it anyway. Pedro Neto is my man of the match. I know Jimenez scored the goal with the deflection, but Pedro Neto down that left has just been non-stop. Holding the ball up, taking on players, finding passes. He's been superb. So my man of the match is definitely Pedro Neto for tonight. It's Jimenez who finds it down the line, out for a throw-in. Jimenez stays down as he's being caught quite heavily there, he says. It's going to be a foul on Jimenez as well. Wasn't given it first, but the ref's gone back on it. I'm going to have to see a replay of this. Did look quite dangerous, but not sure how dangerous it was. Don't know the severity of it. Yeah, rubbing that ankle there, Jimenez. Hernandez trying to get him up, obviously, but I'm sure this time will be added on. Oh, a bit of a kick out there from Jimenez on Robin Koch. Tensions are rising here with Hernandez and Clich in Dallas. I wonder what they'll do with that Jimenez. Just a bit of a lash out with the foot, a bit like Maguire did on Batshuayi last season, if you remember that game and that incident. It's a bit like that. You can understand the frustration of Jimenez because it's near the end of the game and he's been caught quite heavily on the right foot, but he did just kick out there on Robin Koch. Just caught there. A bit of a nasty challenge, but a kick right in the in that area, if you can understand what I'm trying to say, towards the region that you don't really want to get kicked by a metal stud. Yeah, naughty that from Jimenez. I'm not sure what social media will take of that and hit the sky because I can't hear what they're thinking. But for me, that seemed a little bit naughty there from the Mexican. Don't want to spoil a great night that he's looking for, or looking to be for Wolves right now, with 6 minutes of added on time. So when that clock gets to 51 minutes, we've had the full allocated time as Jimenez gets the throw in and can't get it back to Semedo, and they win a throw in here, Leeds. Can we have late dramatic drama in the Premier League? Yes, it hasn't been one of those blockbuster 6-goal games, but it surely had the excitement of one of them, that's for sure. Luke Ayling brings it forward. Into the Wolves half he goes. Is that switch on? Of course it is. He's going to go for it. Finds Dallas. Brings it down nicely with a nice little touch. Into Click. 1 touch, 2 touch, a third, 4th, 5th with the pass around the corner to Hernandez. Takes in his stride and lays it off behind him to Phillips just on the halfway line. That dink against the left-hand side is what he's looked for, but it's intercepted by Adama Traore, and he's been given the ball by Dendoncker. Looks to take on Click. Keeps it in his path. Twist and turning. Gets it back into Dendoncker. Into Adama Traore again. Inside to Dendoncker again. Great play from Wolves. Forced to Willy Bolly. Over to Kilman on the left-hand side of the centre-backs. Now Marcal. Got Neves inside. Gets it to him and outside of the foot pass that was attempted. Couldn't be quite kept in by Neves. And Leeds again have the ball. They've only got 4.5 minutes to get this goal. 3.5 minutes to get this goal. Can they maybe have one last big chance to get it? Dallas gets it inside to Hernandez. First time ball to Click. Gets dispossessed the Polish. And flying men are going towards the goal. And that's in the colour of Wolves. And Neves will take it on his own. Strikes the first time deflected. Strikes the second deflected. And cleared out for a throw-in by Leeds. I said when he came on he hasn't scored a Premier League goal since the 10th of November 2019. And he could have had one there. Had 2 bites of the cherries. Wolves men were flying forward. Right on the edge of the box. Cut onto the right foot first, then onto the left. Great block from Luke Ayling to avoid any shot on goal at Meslier. And Leeds again have the ball from the Wolves throw-in. Don't know how they got it, but they did because the Sky cameras weren't showing them. So Luke Ayling goes backwards to Phillips. Rafinha. Don't see much of him. Just one dangerous cross he's put in since coming on. Puts it inside nicely to Rodrigo. Looks to feed again. Rafinha down the line. He's on the byline. Gets the cross in. Oh, it's poor at the side netting. Couldn't get it dangerously in the box at all. And as we're about to hit 3 minutes left to play, it's looking less and less likely for Leeds to get an equaliser. But don't rule them out. Man of the match has been given to Max Kilman for Wolves, or from Sky. He got the assist for the Jimenez goal. I'm not sure that's why they gave it to him, but he has had a solid defensive performance. I've got to give it to him, Max Kilman. Only 23 years of age, 34 National League appearances in general. National team, sorry. So that was National League appearances. That's from the 5th tier when he's at Maidenhead, and he only joined here in 2018. Really coming through the ranks of the lower league football is Max Kilman, but that's not what people are thinking about now. Thinking about, can Leeds get an equaliser? It's Poveda. Takes on Neves, but can't take on Marcal. That's because he's just got fouled. So if there's any buffer in there, we are alright. Do not leave me. We are fine. I know the stream is buffering, but we are okay. He's gone to Poveda, down the line to Rafinha. Can he get a cross in? It's blocked off by Jimenez, and it's fell straight back to him. He looks to bring the ball out, and he can't quite do so. It's out for a throw-in eventually. Yeah, the stream is back. Don't worry. Kind of went for a little bit, which Luke Ayling forces it down that right-hand side again. He's been given the return. He can't find anyone in the white shirt, and Marcal has to clear down the line out for a throw-in. Can he do anything about it now with the throw-in, Luke Ayling? Thrown into the box, looking for Rodrigo, and it's intercepted by Neves, and with 1:20 to go, it's a corner. Got there in the end. It's a corner for Leeds. Could be very, very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. Will it be late drama again in the Premier League? Crossed in towards the back post, where Click has to let it bounce. He's able to bring it down. Gets a cross in, headed away by Neves. It's poor from Leeds. Then Donker helps it on as far as Click. Nods it onto his right to Phillips. Finds Rodrigo. Pervader looks for a low-driven ball, cleared away by Dendoncker as it was stopped. Calvin Phillips to Click. We've got 20 seconds left. This is literally last attack of the game. Hernandez, Dallas, they need to get the ball in the box. They do so. It's in the air, headed away. Oh, as far as Rafinha on the right. Left-footed ball in. It's dangerous. It's wicked. It's headed away, though. Cleared away by Neves as he was headed down towards him by Marcal. And that goes the full-time whistle. And Wolves nicked the 3 points at Ellen Road. Jimenez with a wild deflected strike off the head of Calvin Phillips gave them a late lead of around 20 minutes to go. And from then, Leeds couldn't really find an opening to break open this Wolves defence to try and find the equaliser. First half, you'd say it would be undeserved by Wolves, but that second half, they did really try and put some pressure on Leeds while maintaining a strong structure at the back as well. From the stats, you'll say Leeds dominated and probably deserved the point, but in the end, they didn't make enough clear-cut challenges to trouble Patricio in the Wolves' net. And it does end Leeds United 0, Wolverhampton Wanderers 1. Great game of football. Really enjoyed it there. Knew the game would be good. I know it was only 1 goal in it, but it was still a very much enjoyable game to watch, and both teams should be very happy with their performances because Leeds were unlucky to get nothing from the game, but the run of play at the end of the day, it was Wolves who came out on top. It could have easily gone the other way, so you've got to try and make it fair and balanced. Big 3 points for Wolves. That now means they're on 9 points. 3 wins, 0 draws and 2 losses. That means Leeds are on 2 wins, 1 draw, 2 losses. So quite a decent start for Leeds to return back in the Premier League. Oh, I didn't change it the second half. Why no one tell me? It says first half. Oh well. If it ever says that and I just forget, just put it in the chat. Just let me know, because I just totally forgot it said first half. That means Wolves leapfrog to 6th on 9 points, and Leeds are in 10th and sticking on 7 points. Nice one, mate. Cheers for that. See you again soon. Thank you very much. Next commentary before you all disappear is on Wednesday. Ajax v Liverpool. That will be on 8. That'll be at 8 o'clock. The stream will start at 10 to 8 to go through the lineups. A bit pre-match, a build-up. And the next Premier League one will be on the 26th of October. That will be Burnley versus Spurs. And that next Wednesday will be on the 28th, 9 days' time. It will be Juventus versus Barcelona. So great commentaries coming up. Make sure you're subscribed, like, do all the the usual stuff that you do on YouTube videos. Try and push to the 450 subscriber mark. That would be where I'd like to be in a few streams time. Hopefully we just gained another one, 449. Whoever that was, thank you very much. I've just seen that come through. So one more away, and then we're at the nice little landmark to get this Premier League season back underway. But yeah, just make sure you're here for Wednesday stream. No Liverpool, no Van Dijk for Liverpool. How will they cope? He's out for the rest of the season with knee surgery on that horrific challenge from Jordan Pickford. No action given against Jordan Pickford due to the fact that I think that Van Dijk was offside from the ball put in, and then obviously from the ball being put in, Pickford has clattered into Van Dijk and has caused a serious injury. I don't think he meant it maliciously like that, but it's foul. He really hurt him at the end of the day, and it's going to be a big miss for Liverpool. A bit like Laporte last season, he got injured for City, and that was a downfall of their season. Could we see the same for Liverpool? Great coming to see you for the next one. Thank you very much. But yeah, for next season, I won't do this season because we're already 5 game weeks in, and I don't know how to do it. I will look to create my own fantasy football league and get like a prize where you can like buy a shirt of your choice, like with a certain price cap. Where you can just go have a quick look, let me know, and I can like buy it and ship it off to wherever you are in the world, and that'd be quite cool. But that's for next season, so let's not even worry about that. I could do giveaways within the season as well, but I'll grow a little bit more, and then I'll try and bring those kind of aspects into the channel because I think it'd be nice to give back to the viewers. Yeah. So that is me done for tonight. Another 2-hour stream of me non-stop talking. My throat is killing, but it's well worth the pain. But thank you for everyone who joined tonight. It's been a great stream, great game. Wolves come out on top at Elland Road. A deflect strike off Calvin Phillips gave them all the 3 points as they go back to the Midlands. All happy as Leeds will have to maybe rethink their situation and maybe come up with maybe a bit of a plan B for when they do go behind, because they kept doing the same thing for the last 20 minutes when they went behind. But other than that, like and subscribe, and I'll see you hopefully all on Wednesday and next Monday for the next 2 commentaries on the channel.